Everybody, it's Don with Sonoran Mystic Tarot. We'll give about 2 more minutes. We're having technical issues, but we'll be right with you. So be patient, please. Thanks. Well, hello everybody. It's Tom with Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Thanks for popping in. Good to see. Well, I could say good to see you, but I can't quite see you. But anyway, it's good to have you here with us. And we were having a little bit of technical glitches, but we worked it through. Hey, Angie, welcome back.
Hello.
The spirits are messing with your technology, or what?
I swear the Lord don't love you when stuff like this happen. I'll just be like, what is the problem?
Well, we played some music for a while and did some countdowns, and now we're to it. So I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. We have to have faith. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
And everybody say hello to Kina, by the way. Kina's over there behind the scenes, keeping you all busy, and she already was actually tracking the list and talking and getting everybody notated on where they are and what they're going to be doing for their questions. So she's on top of it. Kina's already on top of it. Daniel, Affirm Wellness says, dang, Angie, FYFA already. Oh my goodness. It's going to be one of those nights we're going to get lots of energy though, because I'm freezing. So I'm hoping spirits come in because I need to warm up a little bit.
I just opened my window because I was hot.
Oh, I'm the opposite. Lord have mercy. I've been hearing the song Sarah's Smile. It's Sarah Smiles. Sarah's Smile. It's from I can't Hall & Oates. And I've been hearing it all day long. And anyway, so it's just been in my head. And I'm thinking that I see a young girl named Sarah. So I will not be surprised if somebody comes in tonight and tells me about someone who they lost, somebody special to them named Sarah, that they lost is something significant because it's triggering in my head. So I would not be surprised. Wow, so many people popped in. Nice to see everybody. Queen Libra, nice to see you. Latoya. Let's see who else is popping in here. Spiritually Woke, Jaded, Samantha, Affirm Wellness, Sally, Terry T. Hey, welcome in, Terry T. Elizabeth, it was a good class last night. It was really good. Sorry you missed it.
She said she missed it because of the time change.
Yeah,
but we didn't change. Oh, she went at the regular 9 o'clock time. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I think so, yeah. Wendy, hello, Wendy. Welcome in. Wendy Yates, nice to see you in. Rose Flower.
Hi, Miss Wendy.
Julie, welcome in. Queen Lieber. Pam F, good to see you, Pam. Jaded. Sunflower, is that what it said? Yeah. Anjali. How many Anjalis are there? That name is it seems to be a very common name. It pops up a lot. Spiritually Woke, again, said that one. Let's see. I think I got pretty much everybody.
It's all love readings, just love.
Oh, no. Somebody said that to you. Remember, didn't somebody joke in class that you're going to have love readings all night?
Yes.
Whoever said it needs to be shot because they
I think it was it Pam?
I don't know.
I remember them saying it and being like, "Oh, I'm okay with it. I'm used to it." But
all right, and BP, welcome in BP. So that said, how's your week going so far, Angie?
Actually better than I thought. I was having a rough week with some people at my regular 9 to 5, and they were just irritating the heck out of me, and I was just being very, very aggressive this week. I assume that there's a lot of things that are being released because I'm very aggressive, I'm very petty, and I am daydreaming about just attacking people. So ready for a Royal Rumble right now. Like last night when they did my reading in class, I don't even think they noticed it. Alicia and Sherry did my reading. I was almost in tears. I was just done with it. And so it's been a rough week. But then I got to work and it was our end of year reviews. And my boss was like, "Oh, this person likes you, and the VP of Global Security has been raving about how you've been dealing with this difficult customer." And that was the one contract I thought was just like the worst. And come to find out, these people have been giving me blue rewards, and I didn't know what it was, so I would just delete it. And it's points, and when you log in, you get gifts. I had like almost 6,000 points. I had enough to get like $300 on the American Express gift cards. And I was just throwing them away. I didn't know what they were. And people have been giving them to me like for months. I've just been getting all these rewards and all these points. And this one lady, she must have given me the maximum because she gave me like 3,500 points. And that equals like, like I said, I ended up with like $300 in gift cards because it was just points that I was just throwing away. Like I threw all the emails away. But luckily, when they send them to you, they save it to your link. So when you log in, you get to see all of it. But other people who I thought was difficult, who was just really just grinding my gears, they were all the ones who gave me all the rewards and were saying that they thought I did a great job. But I was just ready to pull up and just go 9 rounds with them. I was over it. Like, y'all ungrateful, y'all getting on my nerves. But I guess they were grateful and they were sending me points or money and I did not know it. So,
Wow, that's a nice pleasant surprise.
it is a pleasant surprise, especially when I was ready to choke the life out of one of these ladies. Like I had a 6:30 meeting with her this morning and I just kept saying, I don't know. You can rearrange the words in the sentence and the answer is still, I don't know. I just don't know what to tell you. And it ended up being to the point where my manager took it over because it was something that I didn't necessarily want to work on. So it's
I do
getting
like
better.
it. No, I was going to say I do love it when people will ask you, though they think if they change the sentence structure that you're not going to figure out they're asking the same question. It's like, hello, I was born.
Well,
in the
I'm
United
assuming
States.
that she knew that I knew the answer because I did know the answer. I just didn't want to do what she wanted to do.
Oh, okay.
Again, aggressive, bitchy, petty, just not my greatest week. But I directed her to where she needed to start, and after that, it ended up being handled in a different way. But I still have one of her contracts that I have to finish. And there's a lot like that is affected by what's going on around the world, like sanctioned countries and stuff. And there's a lot of extra protocols, and I just be like, but it is what it is.
I hear you.
Hi, Jaded. Hi, Latoya. Jaded asked me, I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. Oh, last night when we were in class, I asked Sherry, I was like, Sherry, I lit a candle and it went out it like half a day, it just went out. I said, is there anything significant about that? Tension you sat on it is done and it's already done what it needs to do. That's why it went out. And I was like, day one. So I'm waiting on the intention that I set into it to be received. So maybe today was the start of that.
Oops, did we lose Angie? Angie, are you there? I think we may have lost her. Oops, she's back. Hold 1 second. Let me pop it back on there.
Technology is just being a beast of burden tonight.
You better get your wand out there and do some wanding.
You know what? Where's my wand? I think I had it soaking up the moon. Great moonlight. Oh yeah, let me get it. It's way over here.
While she's getting the wand, everybody, remember, please don't forget to. And as y'all know, Thanksgiving's coming up. And so Angie and I and Kina are sending you some love already.
That looks so good.
Mm-hmm. Makes you want to eat something. So anyway, with that said, I guess we need to jump right into it. I went to the dentist. Angie and I were talking earlier, and I went to the dentist today to get my crown replaced because it had some kind of overhang or something that's been causing whatever my dentist very unhappy moments in time.
Oh my gosh. Seashells. Remember last week I was reading seashells and I kept saying, I see the police, I see I see a doorknob and I see a lock on the doorknob and I see the police and somebody being arrested. And she said, remember last week when you told me the police were going to come? And they came and they were calling her name. It was exactly what I saw. But she said they wanted some help. It wasn't bad. Like I saw it clearly. I was like, I see the police knock at the door. And she was like, no, everything's okay. And I was just like, and that's all they would show me is the police coming to arrest somebody who was trying to kick in a door. So maybe they were coming for somebody else, but they clearly were at her door too. And so it looks like I was right. Hey, I like confirmation. Thank you, Miss
Yes.
I like that.
So much for giving us the confirmation. That's fantastic.
And you know what? I have us up on YouTube and there is a serious delay because they just put the little, I'm watching it and it's just now talking about the lock part that I was talking about. So there is a bit of a delay when
Wow.
it comes through. So when people be like, oh, it's delayed, it is delayed because on my screen, the seashells message is still up. So there is a bit of a delay between what we're doing here and what shows up for them.
Wow. And the Facebook is even worse than YouTube, from what I remember. Facebook is like a
Thank
nightmare.
you.
And I didn't even look yet to make sure that my personal Facebook people were there. If I have some folks there, let's see. I do. Wendy Yates is there. Hello, Wendy. Nice to see you. Abigail Wright. Nice to see you as well. Those are the two from my personal Facebook page. Good, 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 good.
So I have on this shirt that says, right? So I go into the grocery store and there's this old man who keeps looking at me. And I'm like, why does he keep looking at me? But it says spank me across my shirt. I understand. Like you get strange looks and you forget what you have. Well, I forgot what I have on. And I could just, people would just laugh. Some people would just snicker. And then when I went into the dentist, they were like, oh my gosh. And then the one lady was like, I love your shirt. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I put it on because it was long sleeve and it's cold. I don't like the cold.
Exactly.
Do not like the cold.
Yeah, you opened up the window.
Because I know you're going to make it hot. So I have to be ready. And I don't know. The one that says shade must be in the kitchen where I was last time. So I'll have Brandon bring it to me when he stops screaming in the room.
Hey, Ray Lopez. Nice to see you in. Nice to see you joining us this evening.
Hi, Queen Libra. So, yeah. It's been an okay day today, so I'm okay. It's Wednesday, which is technically almost to my Friday because I have the rest, Fridays off for the rest of the week. So tomorrow will be like my Friday, and I will be happy because this week has been a challenge, and I'm just gonna sit and meditate in a circle of thought or something because it's just been a lot.
Linda, no, I didn't see the question. It may have been at a time where we're looking at Angie stuff. I don't know. No, I didn't see the question.
I remember the comments, but I don't remember the actual question. I remember seeing Miss Linda's name. We're always happy to see you, Miss Linda.
Absolutely. Well, we went to New Orleans this past weekend. It was a lot of fun. Ray Lopez, who was in the thing, was one of the people who were there with us. And we had some really good food and some drink and just a good old time. And it was nice. It was very nice. It rained one part of one day, but that's New Orleans as expected. But other than that, we had some great food though. We had some true traditional Louisiana and New Orleans food, and it was just fun.
What was your favorite? I always want to know what your favorite. Did you have gumbo a couple times?
We had gumbo. We had one time where we had like a three soup thing. So one was gumbo, one was etouffee, and then jambalaya. Yeah. And then another time we had the turtle soup, which is the Commander's Palace is known for its turtle soup. We had turtle soup and we had gumbo.
Someone said, did you have shrimp and grits?
I had shrimp and grits. Oh, and I tell you what,
Bayona,
I think it's Bayona where we had it. No, maybe not Bayona. No, it was, I forget where I had it, but wherever, I can't remember where I had it off the cuff, but it was amazing. The shrimp and grits were phenomenal. They really treated those grits like they were special, and the shrimp was just it's like you didn't need the shrimp because the grits were so damn good. Oh my God.
Somebody said fried green tomatoes.
Yeah, we had fried green tomatoes.
Oh my gosh, you had everything.
Yeah, we had some fried green tomatoes. We had at Bayona, I guess, is where that was at. Trying to look who that was. I wonder if that's Ed there who popped in on Facebook. I don't know. It just says Facebook user. But yeah, we had these amazing grits. Oh my God, they were just unbelievable.
I've never had shrimp and grits, but I've had catfish and grits, and it was good. I had that at Sugar Jam.
Yep. And then bread pudding. We had alligator bites. We had, you name it. If it was cage. Oh, and we had, of course, beignets. You can't go to New Orleans and not have beignets. You know what I mean?
Miss Linda said, "How do you feel about homemade apple crisp for dessert?" I guess she's bringing dessert. Miss Linda, you could bring apples in a bag, and I'm going to eat it.
Exactly. That's bring the apple crisp. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Believe me, it won't go to waste. I assure you.
Hi, Sunflower Girl.
Fried shrimp, fried fish and shrimp. Yeah, we had fried fish and shrimp. We had, I mean, you
Y'all
name
had
it.
everything, I love seafood. Like I am a seafood booty, like just good, good, good. I
Yeah.
love it.
And we're
Hi,
sitting there.
Bonita.
We're sitting there at Cafe Dumont, which is very touristy, and but it's one place for somebody who's never been to come with their beignets. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, it's kind of very crowded. And all of a sudden, we hear these two guys come in, and then they walk across the room and said, "Hey, Drake." And the guy stands up, and they're like, "Oh," they start talking, and I'm looking, I'm like, "Is that the Drake?" And I start looking in line to make sure that I'm looking at the picture of the guy I'm looking at, and I'm like, "Holy crap!" And I'm like, "Ed, look, that's Drake." And the guy's talking, and I'm listening to the conversation before I'm trying to really figure it all out before I start looking. And they're talking about the guy who came in. New Orleans is full of musicians because there's so much live music. So the guy that came in was apparently a backup, what do you call it, a musician for one of the albums or something that Drake did. And so he recognized him, and he was surprised because Drake recognized him back. And he said, "Hey," and whatever. And so he can, the music, the album, the conversation, and calling him Drake, pretty much guaranteed that was the Drake, And then, but I'm thinking, well, he looks tall, because I always, for some reason, thought Drake would be short. And so I looked it up, and yeah, he's 6 foot tall. So I'm like, that's the right guy, because I was thinking he'd be a shorty, Anyway, so I took pictures, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. So I told us, "Ed, look," and he's like, "Yeah, that's him." And we were all like, wow. But he didn't have an entourage. He was cool with two other people. They were dressed very well. You could tell they were, they were trying to look casual, but you can see that they paid for the casual. You know what I mean? It wasn't just casual. but he wasn't there to be, a big star. He was just kind of blending in, and I thought it was so cool. So that was our spotting. And I remember in New York last weekend, we ran into a British star who was on a TV show. And
Really?
yeah, at the flea market.
You guys have such a good time. We need to go to the winery too.
Yes, we do. Absolutely. Yep. So now we're thinking about maybe doing our 60th birthday celebration in New Orleans instead of at the winery. So,
oh wow, I don't mind either of those. I like that.
I hear you. James Norton was the British actor. That,
okay. Well, I guess you've heard I didn't win the Powerball the other day.
I know somebody in California, one person.
If I won the Powerball, I'd be sitting here in a diamond-studded tiara with a queen sash.
Yeah, they said that when it's all said and done, the guy in California or the girl, whoever it is, will walk away with $1.27 billion after taxes and everything else. I'll take it. I'd take it.
I don't know that I would take the cash out. I might just let it roll and give me my money every year.
Hell no, I don't trust anybody keeping my money.
That's what Tina said. She said that you might come up, you might end up dead.
Yeah, or they go bankrupt.
That's a lot of money you're giving up. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, or they change the rules or something, or they bankrupt and then you lose it. Like, no. I want my money. Our Firm Wellness says, JoJo, did you win? That's right, JoJo. Did you all win? JoJo and Linda, did you all play in?
Altadena, was it Altadena?
Is that where it was?
I think it was.
Well,
it wasn't Phoenix, Arizona, because I didn't win.
I know. I was waiting for them to call out Albertsons on Frank Lloyd Wright, and I'm like, that's me. I haven't checked my numbers, but I doubt I'll even have anything. I'll probably have like one number, if even that.
Exactly.
Oh, Lord. With that said, let's get right to it. Let's not get right to it. Let's get to it. We passed the right to it long ago.
Exactly.
Who is our first person, Kina? And again, Sarah Smiles keeps playing in my head. So don't be surprised if somebody here has a Sarah who's passed over, who is something significant about this time frame, because I keep hearing it.
JoJo says she won $4. Y'all don't be trying to take away. Congratulations, JoJo. Reinvest in your win for the next one.
Exactly.
Reinvest.
So Isabella wants a general reading.
Exactly. Spiritually woke 44. She said, I need all my coins, all $4 worth of my coins. Okay, so how can I have a general? I don't think I've ever seen this name before. I like that. I like new energy. They're telling me to rub the wand, so let me see.
I love that name, Isabella. Such a beautiful name.
Oh,
Isabella,
Don's.
go ahead.
Oh no, that's what I was gonna say. She said check if they're here.
Jojo says, I believe in infinite abundance. My wants and needs are always met. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes.
Isabella, are you still here? Can you please comment to let us know that you're here? You're on you. Oh, she says she's here. So there she goes. So she wants general. Okay.
Alrighty.
They told me to touch the wand and then I heard grounding. You may need to get some grounding. I feel like you're floating like a balloon. Like if you buy balloons and then you don't hold on to it and it starts to float away, you're floating away. But not in the you're okay. Let me see what they mean by you're floating away. Okay, I'm just listening to what they're saying. So what I hear is you're losing touch with reality because of some sadness or a situation. I feel like you've had like this situation, then this situation, and this situation that's bringing you down. And so you're kind of apathetic in that way. Like you're feeling like pretty apathetic where you're just like, not necessarily woe is me, but to the point where you're like, you know what, I don't even care, or it doesn't matter what the outcome is because it doesn't matter if I wish for anything because it's not going to come or blah, blah, blah. So I know what apathy is like. So kind of like the Four of Cups is what they're showing me. But they're saying you need some grounding and it won't even take a lot. Like they showed me you walking out in the cool air. Are you in New York or somewhere northeast? Because they make it seem like it's very cold and you have on like winter gear and I can see my breath. So they're saying just like a quick walk will help you get grounded again. And then they're saying you're too much social media and too much TV. You're letting all of that play into your head because you're comparing your life to the highlights that you see on TV. And what they're saying is find some meditation music, some soft music. Like I have a meditation that's 8 hours and it's just really just soft music at whatever amount of hertz it's supposed to be for whatever the issue is that I'm having, whether I want to release anxiety or whatever. So now instead of going to sleep with instead of going to sleep to the TV, I go to sleep to different meditations. So I have a playlist and I turn them on and I just let them play. And they say different things. Like one of them says money flows to me like a river or something about being attracted to money. And the other one talks about being, healthy and fit and in the mind. So I've noticed that my sleep patterns are better. My dreams are better. And when I wake up, I'm a little bit more happier. And then I also say my affirmations. So what they're saying is you need to be a little bit more grounded and less comparing your life to what you see in social media. They are showing me an Ace of Wands and they're making me look at the little growth that is on there, the little vine or the little flowers and buds, because there is business budding for you. There are ideas that you're having, but you're discrediting them in your sadness. Like you have these ideas and you're like, no, I don't want to do anything about it. They're showing me a cupcake. So are you into baking or are you thinking about baking goods for the holiday? Because they're showing me a cupcake and I'm asking, is this a celebration? No. Is this a side business? Do you do baking? Is there something that you do at desserts that you could sell for the holiday? Because they're saying you have all these ideas. You're just upset at the downfalls and the pitfalls that you've had so far. And so you don't even want to look up at the possibility of what's going on. You're a little bit sad about your surroundings. So what I'm hearing is, for one, stop being so distracted by social media. For two, find different programming for your mind because it's overwhelming you. All the things that you're seeing, they're just showing me like images just blurring through your head over and over and over. And that's what you kind of highlight, or that's what you kind of think about, or that's what you kind of dwell on throughout the day. And so if you want to get any of those things, bless you. You're okay, bless you. If you want to get any of those ideas and creative passions off the ground, they're saying you need to fill your mind with something else. Soft music, drum beats, rain, walking out in nature, yoga, something that kind of centers you and brings you back to your peaceful spot so that you are not distracted and overwhelmed by social media. Like they're showing me the images and they are really hurting my eyes because it's just over and over and over the same images running through. And it is really, really frying your circuits and making you a little bit, the word they're saying is feel inadequate or apathetic or not really work or pursue your dreams as you should. And that's what I got done.
Okay, super. I took I used the Gaia deck, which is the Dreams of Gaia deck, which is quite, again, very colorful deck. I love that deck. I've been looking for it everywhere. I can't find it. I have this deck, but this one has like the little edges clipped off, and I want the whole thing. Anyway, so I'm keep looking. I'll find it. But I love this deck, and the energy is here. The thing that came to my mind, when I saw this, is a baby, and a little wonderful little child. And so at first I thought that was something to celebrate and so forth. But I'm wondering, the energy that came with it was this card, and so it made me wonder: have you or someone close to you lost a child recently, or lost maybe it didn't come to full term or whatever? Because in this sense, this is an air energy. Okay, so this is an air energy that tells you that the child was like a status or something, or it held its meaning was more than just the child. The child was more than that. It held a tighter meaning, and it's been difficult to get over it. But the child came for a reason. The child was here for a reason. It's in this sense, it considers itself a hero because it needed to heal something inside you or the person who recently again lost it, or again like a miscarriage or whatever. And it's interesting because again, it brought wisdom, it brought growth, and it brought a new way of dealing with pain and suffering and a reconnection. So the child was not meant to live long term. It was not meant to come into this world and be here forever. It was meant to serve its purpose, and it did that. And so there's no guilt, no blame, no whatever. It just is what it is, and therefore there's joy knowing that the baby did its job. And it then finished its job and then moved on. And of course, there's peace from that decision. There's peace from what happened. And so out of that, again, comes a growth, a knowledge of being one with the universe and being one with yourself. Look at this. And this is that peaceful card. This is that, again, it was meant to be. It's that union. Look at that lower. I love this card. It's just that dove and love. And it's also like an angel. You can see a dove or you can see an angel there, which I think is cool. You can see so many things in that image. It's amazing.
That little top right in the center at the top, it looks like an eye.
It does, doesn't it? Like a third eye. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm getting. And it looks like the chats have frozen, or because I haven't seen any.
Right, I don't see anything new either. That's why I'm checking everything to see
if we're still alive. I'm looking.
Well, I see us on the TV because I see me looking down at the phone, so we're on the TV definitely.
Yeah, but I'm getting no chats. So, and either that or I quieted everybody down. I was a Debbie Downer. I don't know.
There it is. JoJo says she's still here. Okay, there we go.
Okay. So, Roseflower, you are alive. Are you alive? Okay, good. I was expecting maybe confirmation or at least some kind of feedback from the reading, but maybe
that's what I was wondering too, if she was still here listening, because I want to say that the cards that popped out equaled exactly what I said. She said, "Thank you so much for your help." So she didn't give us any feedback, just thank you. But the card that popped out was the resilience card, which is what I was saying. She had all these things and they were saying, "Hold on, you're almost there. Don't give up." And then I got the Page of Cups, which is that intuition and that the ideas and things that they're saying she's having, but she's not leaning into them because she's a little bit, kind of apathetic and mad at spirit. And I do understand that because me and spirit have it out quite frequently.
Absolutely. Well, Isabella, I hope that helps. Isabella said, "Thank you so much for your help." And so with that said, who is next in line, Kina? Specific question from Terry T. Last night I was sleeping. I had this weird dream where I screamed, "This is what it's meant to be alive." And my whole body was paralyzed. Don't remember other details. What's up with this?
Did you ask any details about the dream? I think that a lot of people are a little bit afraid to ask. Just ask. Is there anything that I need to remember from the dream? Um, this is what it feels like to be alive. I got a freedom with that. As soon as I read, is this, or as soon as I heard Don read, is this what it meant to be alive? It was kind of like your arms were up like this, and you were just happy. Like it was like a joy, like a victory dance, like finally the finish line, or just whatever, a long journey being done. Like they're showing me like the Boston Marathon, like, oh my gosh, I finally made it. It's something that I didn't think I could accomplish. And then it's like, what am I going to do to celebrate? So have you celebrated yourself, Terry T, for making your accomplishments, for passing your test and getting to the next level? Have you celebrated yourself, even if it's just like nothing but cakes? Because I'll celebrate myself anytime. I don't even need a celebration. I'll just go get a cake. I'm just saying. Have you celebrated yourself, or have you given yourself some kind of reward, like a treat or just anything? Like I bought myself something, I took myself out to dinner, or I splurged on something. Have you done any of those things? Because it's making it seem like you made a significant accomplishment, but you haven't celebrated. You've been like, oh yeah, it's done, but you haven't accomplished it. And then it's just kind of like, the freedom to do whatever you want next. Like I done with that. Now what do I want to do next? And it seems that there's a joy bubbling up that says, do something that you enjoy. You said your whole body was paralyzed. And so to me, it's just your inner you saying, hey, this is what it's like, this freedom, this, not being tied down to a book, not being tied down to all these to-do lists. These are all things that are good. This is your chance to decide which road you want to take. Like it's like you're here, there's a path here, there's a path. You're showing me 4 different paths, and you get to decide which one it is, but each path is something that you've asked for. So they're showing me like you can go this way, you can go this way, you can go this way. So you decide what you want to do. I do know that love is something that is very important to you, and they're telling me that in due time you will find the love. It won't be too long. I don't think you'll have this person to take back with you to Thanksgiving dinner, but definitely very soon. And let me see what very soon is, because people who likes to be told very soon, they be like 6 hours, 6 days, 6 weeks. Like, what is it going to be? So I am seeing that there is going to be a significant person. They're making me notice the belt and the shoes that they match. So obviously the way the person dresses is very important to you. So this person is going to dress very nice, look very good. Somebody you would like standing next to, someone who's fun, someone who likes to do the things that you do. Because I see you guys out and about in the cold. Everybody's cold, just cold. Out and about in the cold, just like maybe stopping at like a vendor on the street or doing something together and enjoying it. Just the simple things. It's just really, really simple things that you're enjoying. But again, the overall theme, because they're showing me the 3 of Cups, is celebrate yourself in some kind of way. Even if it's just going to happy hour, like with some other people who may have passed or some other people at work, but they're saying celebrate yourself. They're giving me like clarity, like my whole, at first I felt like a stuffy nose and then a watery eye, and then it was all instant clarity. So they're saying you have this clarity now, you have this freedom, you have this ability to see and decide what you want to do, because you have all this freedom and clarity. And they're saying, make a decision for what you want, not what you think people want you to do, what you want. They are very clear. The word want is like this: want what you want instead of what you think people want you to do. So that's what I got now.
Super, super. Well, I kind of, to add on to that, it's interesting. I got these 2 cards that I thought work very well together.
And I love that lady with the big hair.
Exactly. And the search for knowledge and like a divination. And then they kind of get the same feeling here. And again, so I'm Terry, from what I'm getting, I sense that this dream was meant as a statement to you, an acknowledgement of your dreams. Again, acknowledging your dreams, your wishes, your hopes, and those things, letting you know that they are coming. And again, but you need to live life. You need to get out there and be in life. You need to get out and do that. And it's interesting because, again, it's that king of air, and that air is that energy, that excitement, that fun. Be that fun person you used to be. Be that silly person. Remember way back when, Terry T, because when I first read for you, I thought you were a comedian. I thought you were so funny. And I kept saying, I see you in front of people as a comedian because, again, I sensed all this humor in you. You need to let that humor back out. You need to let that fly. And I think that's part of that growth and that again, embracing part.
He does seem super serious right now. Like usually when Terry T enters the chat, it's just, bubbly and everything is kind of picked up. He seems a little bit serious right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, Dan.
And I'm gonna say that's kind of the energy I'm getting is this very hard charging, very I'm focused on whatever. But Terry, you gotta live a little bit. You just gotta enjoy life a little, because I think, again, I'm getting this hemmed up feeling. So maybe the feeling is if you don't use what you got, maybe then you won't miss it. So get out and do something. That's kind of what I'm getting from the cards. The cards are just saying, "Oh my God, I love this card. Look at this card. Is that stunning or what?" I mean, just again, spread your wings, fly, enjoy. Okay, Terry, get out and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and then he also said that it was freaky anytime that I can't move, like I'm laying there and I wake up, it still happens to me, and it's happened to me throughout my life at different episodes where I've been like, oh shoot, like I can't move, I can't do whatever. It doesn't bother me in the sense that I think I'm being possessed. It's just like, what is it that what is it that you're trying to get me to pay attention to in that dream or hear or stop enough to believe? And so it brought enough attention to you that you remembered it. I don't know if you frequently remember your dreams, but it brought such a startling attention to you that you paid attention to that one thing. This is what is meant to be alive. And so to me, that's your inner child screaming, hey, this is what life is all about. You've made this accomplishment. It's not just work, pay bills, work, pay bills, go to sleep, wake up and do it all over again. It's live. And that's what I just keep seeing over and over. You're not living. You've been so mentally focused on one goal. Now that you have it, you don't even know what to do with yourself. And they're saying, get out, just have a couple drinks, just have, not necessarily, alcohol. That's my thing. But I'm saying if you're going to go out and celebrate, just a little, maybe 2 or 3 friends or something, where you can have a good time and just celebrate give yourself some kind of acknowledgement for what you did. Even if you don't want to celebrate like that, buy yourself something nice. Like, oh, I bought this jacket when I passed this, or I bought this, pair of shoes or this, whatever. Buy yourself something nice that commemorates what you did so that you can see your accomplishment. And every time you touch that item or wear that item, you remember your accomplishment. So that if maybe you're having a down day, you could be like, you know what, I bought this because I did blah, 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 or I remember this. And then that is your reason, or, that helps you to move forward. Mm-hmm. So that's a good thing.
Super. Well, hopefully, Terry T, that helped you, and more importantly, just get out there and start living life, Terry T. You've earned it. You've worked hard. You've put the work in, and I love that you talk about you confirmed that joy, that comedy part, because again, remember I told you way back when I just saw you had a great sense of humor and funny. I kept telling you I see you on stage because I just see this sense of humor, which is nice. And while we're laughing, let's laugh our way to a subscribe. And we'll just have to follow that up. Sorry, Angie.
If you're paying it, someone was asking if they're on the list. If you're paying attention to the bottom of the screen, that scroll, it says this is the list and it tells you who's next. So if you see your name on there, you made it. If you don't see your name on, you didn't make it. And yes, Terry T, Don is so fancy. I love all of those little commercials. I call them commercials for us because, I always think that we're going to be on TV, and I love it. Don has just been so creative, and I just love to see it all.
You'd be surprised though how long it takes to create those damn things. So it's like I'm gonna get the most of them because it takes a while.
Terry said this channel is getting so fancy, Don.
We're going uptown.
So I love it. And Seashells, I don't know that you're on the list. Oh, Keena said tech is really kicking our butt today. A
Mhm.
little bit, yeah.
I hear you. Let's see. And so next is rose flower, huh?
Rose flower. Oh, okay.
General reading for rose flower. Hey, before we do the general reading, while we shuffle our cards, everybody, please, you're going to be tired of me saying this, but I'm going to say it one more time. Don't forget your affirmations. Remember, if you believe them, you can achieve them because the power of your brain is amazing. So, again, don't forget this one. Repeat it every day and believe it. If you repeat it and don't believe it, you're not going to get it. But if you put time and put energy into it and say it and believe it, you'd be surprised. And it's very simple. I believe in infinite abundance and my wants and needs are always met. So just wanted to put that back out there. And with that said, we're back to rose flower.
Rose flower. For one, I wanted to know why you asked the general question and not the question that you really wanted to ask because I sensed that you had another question. You guys do know that we're psychic. Like when you say general, we know you have another question. You're just afraid to ask it. I wish that you would ask so I would have something to concentrate on, but they gave me something. They showed me coins and they didn't show me them lined up. I mean, falling from the sky. They showed me them in a line and there were little ants that were walking away with your coin. They were literally holding, each ant had a coin and they were walking away with it. Ants to me and the way that they're putting it is a nuisance or an annoyance. It's like having ants at your picnic. It's an annoyance. It's a small thing, it's a minor thing, but it's an annoyance. So I think that you're going to have an unexpected expense that you'll have to pay for. And so they're saying be mindful of your coin. Now they're showing me the four of pentacles. But again, they're showing me little ants walking away with your coin. And so your money's going away. And to me, it's going to be something unexpected that you don't know about. Not necessarily a major thing, because that's why they're showing me ants, but it's going to be something that is going to cost you and you're not going to be happy about it. And I hear 156, or they're showing me 156. So maybe it'll cost $156 or something like that. But there is going to be something that you're going to have to pay for that was unexpected. And it's not going to make you happy that you have to pay for it, but it's going to be um, you're going to be okay that you have the money. Grateful that you have the money, but annoyed that you have to spend it on that. So that's what I got.
Super. Let's see what I got. Let's see what I get. I'm gonna change cards. I'm being sent to other cards. So let's see what we get here. Change is coming. This is not change that you're going to initiate, but you're going to you're probably, again, you're going to have to make a decision. Do I go with it? Do I go against it? Go with the change, go with the flow, and pick the new direction. And that direction is where you were intended to be. Don't look back. Do not look back. Keep moving forward, no matter what happens, no matter what comes, because guess what's at the end of that rainbow? Look at this. And again, if you're getting that change card, which is again that end of a cycle, but it's a change is coming, and what's in front of you is new money. That's telling you this is a damn good change. So again, make sure you spin that wheel. You pick the thing that fits most in line with what you're doing to help you as you come through that change. Do not look back. Do not talk about, well, what if, no what ifs, no what ifs, because ultimately you're going to make the right choice and money is coming your way. Look at this. And you're moving towards celebration and to a happier, very more contented life. So rose flower, things are looking great for you. Things are looking really good for you. And look at this on the bottom of the deck, the overall energy, the 10 of cups. If you have an ace of pentacles and a 10 of cups, what more do you need? So rose flower, you're entering a great cycle, a very good cycle for you. And so take full advantage of all that brings, okay? This is your time to shine, rose flower. With that said, everybody, don't forget that on the 19th of this month, I'm going to be at the Wellness Expo. It's put on by the Purple Lotus here in Phoenix. So if you're in the area, join us. This is the information. Can you see that? Does it show it up on the thing?
Yes.
And sometimes I can't get those to work, but this one worked, thank goodness. Anyway, $5 at the door, and then on the 4th of December or the 9th. Anyway, I think it's 9th of December, maybe 4th. The fair in Phoenix. We'll be there again too. I'll be there, and then I'm going to be with Susan doing live the platform at 10 a.m. So anybody that comes in, if you're there in the audience, we are going to give you some free mediumship reads. So with that said, who is next, Kina?
Y'all so dry in the comments. Like everybody just seemed like they just, okay, thanks, next. Okay, thanks, next. The only person who actually gave us some serious feedback was Terry T. Everybody else is just like, okay, thanks. Like, so do you not appreciate what we said? Or you just like, y'all just not with it today, y'all? Maybe the eclipse is just really pounding on people because they are just very, dry in the chat today. But I understand.
Linda said Susan had a great affirmation this afternoon. She sure did. You know what? I can't remember what it was, but it was off of the cuff and it was so good. I told her I'm going to use it. It was that good. It was.
Hey, Sherry. Oh my gosh, that's one of my friends from high school. How are you, Miss Sherry? You're welcome, Roseflower.
Yes. Well, we did get a resonates a lot from the first one, was it? I think the second one. Anyway.
Yeah, the first person was just like, yeah, thanks. It resonates. Next.
Let's see. Who are we doing next? Anjushri.
I love reading. Lord have mercy. I immediately see like something being squeezed, like it's gut wrenching. I'm trying to see if this is a past love that just went away, or because I read your question, may I be added for a love reading? And then I just saw gut wrenching, like right at the stomach area. Someone was just squeezing it and turning and twisting. It was gut wrenching and it was agony and pain. So this is an internal pain that you're holding on to regarding love. I'm assuming that maybe you've had a bad breakup or a bad love in your past. Oh my gosh, Don, you pulled the exact, like literally that's what it feels like. Like it's just gut wrenching. And they're saying that you just haven't healed. You wanted to jump right out of one thing into another thing, and you haven't given yourself time to grieve for one, or to move forward in healing. You're moving forward, and I just want to replace that. I want to replace that pain with joy. And they're saying you can't replace it. You can heal, you can move through it, and you can let it kind of fall away or be released, but you can't just replace it because you're just going to pile what you think is joy right on top of it. And eventually you're just packing it down, push it down, pack it away. And eventually it's going to erupt. And so imagine if you're in a new relationship and then all that old pain erupts. And so now this person doesn't understand why you're having or you're reacting the way that they're doing for something insignificant. And you're kind of damaging a new relationship because you never healed from the other one. And they're really giving me that pain in my stomach, just like somebody who's overly massaging the muscles extremely hard. And so I'm getting that you've had a gut-wrenching experience and you're not healing from it. You definitely need to heal from it. They're showing me journaling would help you. Definitely. And just saying what it is. Like, I feel like it's so painful, you don't even speak of it, but they're saying you really, really, really do need to journal about it, talk to somebody about it, or deal with it. And you're just kind of like on to the next, who's going to love me now, or replace that hurt with some love. And they're saying you don't replace it, you move through it and release it. And then you make room. That they're saying that I need to say it to you that way. You have to make room for joy and love and to come in. If you have all that in there, there's no room. So imagine being half full, this water being half full of pain, and then the rest of it, you're trying to pile love on top of that. They're saying you need to release that so that you can add some joy in there once the pain is gone. So that's what I got. Yeah.
And you will pay the piper eventually. So you might as well pay it now because, and that's a saying, if you don't understand what it means, is that you have to deal with this one way or the other. And so you might as well deal with it now and be done with it. Get over it already because I'm seeing you're hanging on to, look at this here, the tears rolling.
Oh
You're,
my gosh, Don, it looks just like that, just sadness. Oh my,
yeah,
look at all those spirits. Those are beautiful.
yeah. And again, it's like you're so wide open and exposed.
But did
And
you notice it was three chambers again,
I
just like
did.
that Three of Swords, three more chambers.
Absolutely. And you're so busy looking for somebody who's going to take control of you, somebody who's going to direct you, control you, dominate you, and tell you what to do. You need to wake the hell up because guess what? This is not good for you. This is not good for you. And it's going to take you nowhere. Again, again, you have to shake it off. Nobody is going to make you whole. No one can make you whole. You are the person that can make you whole. And again, if you don't start planning and moving forward on this, you are not going to get there. You're not going to get there. What does it say?
Hallelujah. That says hallelujah. Like, hey, preach,
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
cannot expect somebody else to make you what you need to be because you're telling me to come in and pay for something else. You want me to come in and make you whole and pay for something that somebody else did. And that's just not something I can do. But when Don
Yep.
was saying you're going to pay the piper, what they said is you don't want to be in the line like at the grocery store buying something and you think it's 59 cents a pound and they're like, oh no, it's 79 cents a pound or 69 cents a pound. And then you just burst out into tears, snap at the lady, walk out with all, leaving your groceries there. And you don't understand why you have all this aggression and anger. This is that hurt piling back up, but you're not understanding it because you didn't let it flow out a natural way or try to deal with it in a constructive way or a healing way. And now it's just spewing out on everybody and you don't understand why. Eventually you'll figure it out, but it's just going to be painful. And like Don says, eventually you'll have to pay the piper.
Yep. And I can tell you right here, you're not going to move forward in any relationship because it's just not going to, it's not meant to be that you are going in as a wounded bird and somehow, again, you're not finding healing. All you're doing is finding somebody else who's attracted to a wounded bird. And that's a recipe for disaster. And you know what? Again, somebody who's combative. This is you. You don't even want to. You don't even want you don't even want the change. You're fighting the change. You're fighting the recognition of your life and of what you need to do. You'd rather just again coast along and say, "I'll go along to get along." And ultimately, you're going to get along, but you're not going to like what you get along because again, you're going to default to the old. Let a man take care of me, take control of me. And whatever, and that's a recipe for disaster. That's all.
Oh, Don, when you said you're just gonna attract somebody else like that, or somebody else who sees your pain, and they're like, "Oh, this person, is either in a weak, fragile state," so you're gonna attract somebody who's either gonna take advantage of that, or who's just as weak and fragile as you are, and then you're going to even break each other down more, or just destroy each other a little bit more. You have to be healed and whole. You're gonna attract like attracts like. So if you're broken, what you're gonna attract? Broken. If you're down and disgusted, that's what you're going to find. You need someone who you need to be where you need to be mentally healthy and whole before you can attract somebody else who's healthy and whole. I feel a little bit judged right now, Spirit, but I ain't going to say nothing. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So hopefully, on Jutri, hopefully that's just words of wisdom that will help you. Again, it all begins here with you, and if you don't make the effort, nobody else will. That's not how it works. And again, if you're the if you're the wounded bird, I call them. If you're the wounded bird, you're going to attract people who are not having your best interest at heart. So again, heal the wounds, and then move on.
Exactly.
And you'll be happy. Next in line is Jody. Says it's been a while. She's been busy working 2 jobs. Wow, Jody, you are
know how that is, Jody.
You are doing it. Nice to see you, though. Definitely
It's
nice
good to see you back, though. We always love to see familiar names in here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty unique. The list is closed, honey bunny. I've been talking to you all day, putting information on there, saying exactly what Spirit said. So what could you possibly else want to know, honey? I literally have been on your post telling you what Spirit said all day.
You know what it is, Angie? They want me to show them the cards. For those of you who are new, you'll not know the reference, but for those who've been around a while, you'll know that reference very well. Oh my goodness. Who is next? I'm sorry, who is next?
Kina, who's next?
Latoya, may I have a general? What's coming my way soon? Latoya, are you here? After Latoya is
Oh
spiritually.
wait, she put Sunflower Girl up. So is it Sunflower or
Oh,
Latoya?
is it? Sunflower Girl.
Oh,
Okay,
Sunflower
sorry.
Girl. Okay.
Are you still here, Sunflower?
She said good morning, so wherever she's at, it's morning.
Probably in Australia, maybe? Would that Australia? Because anything in Europe is still night. So I'm guessing maybe Australia or the Far East. Sunflower Girl, are you still here? Or did you cut and run? No, just to kind of give people a heads up, Kina, who are the next two people after Sunflower? So if y'all are here, you will let us know.
If Sunflower isn't here, can we read Sherry? I know her situation. She's a person from Michigan, and she lost the love of her life. Like every time I see a post from her about them, it just saddens me so much. And I understand what she's saying. So if Sunflower isn't here, can we please read Miss Sherry?
Let's go ahead and do it. The Sunflower is not responding.
Oh, she said she lost the side chat. So Don, you're gonna have to pin it. She can.
Okay, I got it. There you go.
Okay. Okay. So again, they're showing me two things, and I know a little bit about this story. So this is what they're showing me. You have anger towards several people, but your biggest thing of anger, or the person that you're most angry at, is yourself, because you feel like this was your husband, this was your partner, you were supposed to take care of this person, you were supposed to look out this person. Like I hear you saying the same things over and over again. Why wasn't I there? Why didn't I know? Why didn't I hear? Why didn't I? As much as you're angry at the nurses, you're angry more at yourself, because you're like, I should have been there, I should have done, I should have. You're more angry at you than you're angry at anybody else. So that's the one thing you need to acknowledge, that you're mad at yourself because you don't think you've provided the level of care or the level of nurturing that you needed to. What I'm hearing is there's nothing you could have done. If it was his time, it was his time. There's nothing you could have done. Had you been there or not, it would have been the same result. So one, they want you to let go of that guilt, that it was your fault or that there was something that you could have changed, like you would have been some miracle to do something. So they're saying let go of that. And then two, the anger that you have at them, although it may be warranted or it may be significant, your third set of anger is at the fact that you don't think that there's anything you can do to avenge your husband's anger. And the way that because I see your husband's smiling face, and I'm not sure that this is him or this is spirit relaying this message like him, is this the way that he would have wanted to deal with the situation? He seems like a very kind-hearted person, and that he wouldn't want you he wouldn't have wanted you to try to avenge him in this way. Like you seem to be angry at so many things in a row, because it's not supposed to be this way. You're not supposed to be alone. He's not supposed to be gone. The kids aren't supposed to be without a dad. The grandkids aren't supposed to be without the grandfather. There's so many things that you see that are not correct, and you think that had you done things differently, like I see you playing the day over and over, maybe I should have left early, maybe I should have did this, maybe I should have did that. And what you're doing is you're really just you're grinding your brain to a halt. Like there's no oil in there because you're just grinding it over and over, and you're causing yourself excruciating pain. The reason that you aren't getting through the grief counseling is because you're still so angry. I'm not saying that you need anger management, because I don't really feel like you're lashing out. You're holding it in. You're holding on to it so tight because the anger is still something that you can hold on, that is Mark, or that is your husband. And so they're saying is you need to acknowledge the anger that you have for all these different people. Why am I angry at myself? Why am I angry at the nurses? Why am I angry at not being able to avenge my husband? Deal with each one of those angry situations and let them walk through. Just release them. I don't even feel like you're ready to release them. You hold on to them because it's something that you can hold on to, and something that gives you a reason to wake up in the morning. I have somebody to be mad at. I have something I can do. And they're saying is that you really, really, really need to acknowledge the anger part. Then you'll get to the grief part. I don't feel like you've totally been able to grieve because you're so angry and you're so mad about it, which is understandable, but they're saying you're holding on to the anger like a badge of honor. And so, gosh, I feel so, Dawn, is a spirit coming in? Because I'm getting hot. A male spirit.
Not
okay.
yet.
I think it is the husband coming in. Because it's more like a whisper of him whispering in your ear. He knew exactly how to calm you down. And I'm he's making me very tearful. Oh my gosh, he is so sad at the way that you're living. Not that he had to go. He understood that he had to go. At the way that you're living and the way that you're holding on to the anger and the way that you're holding on to every single moment of every single thing. And he's saying that if you let go of some of that moment, some of that, like from the time he last passed to right now, you're holding on to all of that. And they're saying if you let go of some of that, you can live forward and you can still feel him, you can still experience him, but you're holding on to that until you have no room for love. But I hear him whispering in your ear because he knew exactly what to say to make you feel better, or he would tell you, calm down, or none of that, or relax. Whatever his words were to you, you knew that he meant business and that it was time for you to kind of reel it in and just kind of, pull yourself back together. It's not as bad as you think. He knew you so well. He knew exactly what to say, how to say it, what treat to bring, how to, when you needed your back rub, when you needed your feet rub, when you needed a joke, when you needed something serious. He knew exactly how to say it. And he is sad that he's gone, but he also acknowledges that it was his time to go and you need to move forward and not just hold on to it. You're so angry. And so, is there a movie that you guys used to watch? Is there a Kung Fu movie or something that he's showing me? Like it's a silly movie or something that you guys would have watched. It may have dragon in the title, but I see some kind of fighting movie that you two would have watched. And he's saying, sit and watch that. And there's a blanket. Is there a red and black blanket or some kind of blanket that you would have sat with when you would have watched movies and ate popcorn and you're just sitting there pouring down tears and crying, holding on to this blanket? He wants you to watch that movie, and you should know what that movie is that you two would have watched. Yes, okay. So he's like he's saying like did he say something? Did he always refer to you as not being Superwoman? Stop trying to be Superwoman, or going to put on your cape to save the world. Like those are the things that he's saying to me. I'm very emotional, not him. He's still laughing like, she thought she was Superwoman, or she thought she needed to put on her super cape. And sometimes he would have to reel you back in, because I feel like you're putting on your super cape and you're walking out to save the world. He's grabbing you by your cape and just tugging you back. Hold on, slow down. Let's talk about this. Let's think about this before you explode on somebody. Because I feel like you were the fire in the relationship. You were definitely the fire. He wasn't a pushover, but you were definitely the fire. Like it didn't take much for you to be like, hold on, we're about to deal with this right now. And so this movie, he's really not letting this movie go. something about karate or fighting or some kind of movie that you two would have watched together. And I just see you sitting on the couch and you're just in tears. And there's a favorite blanket that you liked when you watched movies. And so he's just acknowledging that he sees all those things, and that he wants you to, like when you watch that movie, that remember him, know him. And it'll be a while before you move on, but this movie is very significant to you and him, is what he's showing. And that's what I got down.
Super. Well, it sounds like a wonderful person, wonderful man. I can imagine how it will be to lose that and then to have to deal with it. But work every day is a different day. Cherie, this is not psychic. This is just somebody, speaking. Every day is a different day, a new day, and you're never going to lose the hurt. You're never going to. It's never going to disappear. You just over time you tend to put it in a different perspective, and you place it in a way that you embrace it to a degree. Because again, if you don't embrace it about the good stuff, then you haven't gotten the lesson in his life, because his life was to remind you of all the good things he did. And so if his memory of all the wonderful things he brought you is so overwhelmed with the grief that you feel for his loss, then the grief, and I don't mean to be catty, but the grief is yours and it's not his. So take yourself out of the equation in that regard, and know that he lived a life, and he lived a life with you for, it's interesting, I'm getting 5. Were you married for 5 years? Anyway, it's like I'm getting the number for 5 for some reason. Anyway, so, but know that life was, again, give the life the value it deserves with the good memories, and cherish and celebrate his life, not mourn his passing, okay? If anything, we should be mourning, because we are on this side, and we are not in the place that he is, where he is whole and happy and well again. So
Okay, so 2 more things that he's saying. One, he's okay with you selling the truck. I feel like he shows you having trouble getting up in the truck. And so I think when he was alive, it was like a big, stupid truck to you. Like, oh, I hate having to climb up in here because we're a little vertically challenged, we're not as tall. And so it seems like it may have been difficult for you to get in a truck. And he's laughing at that. Like, he's okay with that. If you're wondering whether it was okay for you to sell the truck, he's not. But he's saying you better not sell his Star Wars or something to do with, I'm thinking Star Wars, because he's showing me Star Wars. You better not sell his Star Wars collection or his Star Wars something. Like, you know that is off limits, and you better not get rid of whatever that was. And so, she said, we had just celebrated our 4th anniversary and started on our 5th. So you were right, down with the 5. But he's saying, you better not sell his his Star Wars stuff or something like that. There's something to do with one of the with Star Wars. It's Star Wars, because I keep seeing it over and over and over again. And so if there was a collection that you cannot sell, but everything else he's okay with you getting rid of. And he's like, I want you to make a tribute to it, like build a case or something. Like, he's so funny. I like his energy. He really is funny. And he wants you to laugh. He wants you to remember the joy, the little quirks you had, the little, he's showing me a scene where you two may have been in a deli or it looks like a deli, because they're showing me a deli case. And something weird happened. You two kind of looked at each other and just laughed. Like, that was the most ridiculous thing you had ever seen. And so he's showing me moments that you had that were funny. And that's what he wants you to remember, the joy of it and not the pain of it. He said, there's nothing you could have done. Put your cape away. There's nothing you could have done to save him, and remember the joy. He's very adamant about you remembering the joy and moving forward in joy and laughter. Like, laughter seemed to be something that you two really shared. And he knew how to annoy you to the point where you just want to be ready to fight. But he knew how to make you, he knew everything about you, like how to get on your nerves, but also how to make you happy, or how to, just kind of pull you from one mood to another. And so he wants you to remember the joy, and he wants you to laugh more. Like, you're afraid to laugh because you feel like you're living your life without him, or you don't deserve to laugh because he isn't here to enjoy it with you. And he's like, he's never going to not be with you. And so when he shows me him, it's like you literally, his body is literally intertwined with yours. Like it's an overlay, or it's a the two becoming one body. And so he's like, when you laugh, I laugh. When you cry, I cry. So there's no peace for me in the afterlife if there's no peace for you in the present life. You need to laugh more, because when you laugh, I laugh. Is how I got.
The one other energy I'm picking up is that I'm getting, and again, it's just one of those psychic things. This is not from him as a spirit, but I'm getting energy that you haven't been taking care of yourself well, and you have kind of, and I'm getting the energy that you need to start taking better care of yourself, and you also need to go to a doctor. I'm getting something like something with the head. I'm getting a very bad. I've gotten since you came since we started reading for you. I've gotten this really strong headache, and I don't know if it's he died from something in the head, which I don't think, or whether you have something going on here. And so again, it's like there's something there, like a stress or something. I don't know, but I'm getting neck and shoulder and head. And so I think you may want to set an appointment up and take care of yourself, because I think you have neglected your own health, maybe due to the grief and everything else. You just haven't gotten around to it. Well, it's time to get around to it. Okay. He doesn't want you unwell. He wants you well. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Sherry, feel free to contact me. You have my contact information, or you know how to get in contact with me. You don't have to, you can contact me directly. I am open to that. So contact me and we can talk about it more, or we can just talk, however you need to do it. But I do understand. And his energy is very, very light and joyful, and I just love it. I really, really do love it. There's something about a boy and a grandkid. There's a curly haired little girl, and not his favorite, but there's a little girl that he just really, really loves. I feel like she would climb up around his shoulders and sit on his shoulders and then cover his eyes. And that was a game. He's missing her, and he just wants you to give her hugs and kisses. And I don't really know her name, but I see little golden curls or light color hair with curls, and her up on his shoulder here, and then maybe covering his face like that. And it was a little game that they played, and she could sit there as long as she wanted. He wouldn't care, but he's missing her, and he wants some hugs and kisses. He wants you to give her hugs and kisses from is it Papa or Grandpa? That's what I heard. Okay, so that's what I got, Miss Sherry, and I hope that helps you. And again, call me.
Blessings, love, and light be your way. Okay. But remember, celebrate life. Celebrate the life. Don't be sad. The sadness is for you that you're stuck on this side, because again, that side, he's whole again and he's good. So.
And were you thinking about not cooking for Thanksgiving? Because he is not having it. He's like, I want the big turkey leg too. So you better cook. Like he's talking about a turkey and a big piece of a turkey leg, and he's shaking it like, you better cook. Were you thinking about not cooking because you weren't in the mood? He's like, absolutely not. You better cook. So he is adamant about you moving forward in your life and not stopping traditions or things that you would normally do. All right, so this is Anjali 786. Don, that name is very popular, because we get a lot of Anjali, a lot of Anju, a lot of those derivatives of the name. And so,
didn't we just read for that one? Oh, we did Anjushi or something, right?
Oh, spiritually woke. Wait, who is it? Spiritually woke kingdom? Yes, spiritually. Okay. I guess if I looked at the bottom of the screen, I would know too. I got a lot of nerve tonight.
All right then. Another general reading. Yeah.
Okay.
Sarah, smile. Hey, Crystal, welcome in.
Hey, Crystal, what you laughing at? What? Oh, I know she laughing at me. She always laughing at me. And don't be in the background pulling cards talking about Angie, blah, 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 blah. No, no, no. Oh my gosh, his dad just passed away a couple weeks ago. She said they weren't gonna cook, and they decided to go ahead because the dad also passed away. It was so helpful listening to you, Bob. Okay, good. Yeah, he's adamant about you better cook and better cook. Gosh, that's so. Call me. There's so much more. Call me. Okay. Spiritually woke. You just woke up.
Say what?
That's because it's cold in Minnesota. Cold. Okay. Can I get okay, spiritually? I need some more loving cards for you. Gosh, Don, if you get anything, I'm not really getting anything right now.
Yeah, I'm getting you're kind of running. Your emotions are kind of all over the place right now, spiritually, and I think part of it is because you're not able to control your balance. Like, yeah, of your emotions, for some reason they're all over the place, and you really you don't seem to be able to control them right now. You don't have the control you used to have, or that you usually do. For some reason, again, there's an imbalance that's happening, and that imbalance is letting those emotions run wild with you, and it's not comfortable to you because you like being in charge and like in control, and that's not where you are, and that's, again, it's a very uncomfortable place for you. um, but you know what, you need to listen to spirit a little more. You need to continue to tap into spirit, listen to them, because they are putting you through a transitional phase right now, and as you go through this transitional phase, it's going to throw you off, because again, everything that was like all your skills and all your abilities and stuff, they're being taken to a different level, and that's going to throw you off until you get used to that situation. But this is all part of a healing, so know that, again, this is leading to a healing situation. Again, you're going to grow from this. You're going to, again, step up. You're going to mark it up a bit. And look at this. I love this. Again, your ability to see, your divination ability, your ability to project again into the future and what's coming for people. It's just going to get stronger. It's going to get stronger. I love it. I love it. I love it. And don't be surprised if you start seeing spirits and things like that in reflections, something you have not done yet, but that card was very clear that that is a gift that's coming your way. So don't be surprised you start looking in mirrors, and right beside you is some spirit there standing there. You won't see him in person, but you'll see him when it's in the mirror, because that's what that card represented. Okay, what you got, Angie?
So when you said her emotions were all over the place, that's why I understood. My chest was kind of like beating fast, or there was like, this kind of anxious feeling in there. And then I heard he's not worth it. Are you feeling vengeful? Like, I saw her say she cut people off. Did you just end a relationship, or are you in it seems like the relationship did not end on good terms. You're very upset about the relationship, because this is the card is coming out, and this person is looking at their reflection, but you're really looking at the revenge. Like, you got exactly what you deserve, MF. Like, you're not happy about whatever the situation is, and this is what you want. You want justice, but you want to deliver the justice, or you want to be there to see it. This is you looking at it and just enjoying their grief, their hurt, their karma, whatever it is. You are not happy about the situation, and you want them to suffer. The song that I hear is K. Michelle, and it's called Cry. And in the song, she says, you go suffer. She wants this person to suffer. So whatever relationship you just ended, you are still upset about it, and you want this person to suffer. You may be in the new relationship, but you're not very in tune with it. Like, you're not giving this relationship what you gave the last relationship, and you're wanting this person to get their karma. And you're obsessed about it, because the devil card is the overall energy that came up. You're very obsessed with this person getting their just due or whatever, and you may not consciously know it, or you may not be actively working on it, but you are waiting on them to get there. And it seems to be something that you're just waiting on. You're just counting your days until you see this person get exactly what they deserve. And so this right here is what you're tied to your old relationship while you're in a new relationship. And so then they're telling me these two cards go together, because the Knight of Pentacles came first, and the Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest moving knights in the deck. So there's movement, but there's hard work, there's dependability, but it's slow. And so what they're saying is either you slow down or you need to slow down, because the Chariot is movement and the Chariot is victory, but it's very slow and coming. And so what I hear is revenge is a dish best served cold. So you're thinking about revenge. You're wanting this person to get their just due. You wanting them to get their pain. And then they're saying, slow down. It's coming. And then there's something that you don't know. They're saying not something that you don't know, You're fighting your cardinal and your spiritual side. Spiritually, you want to be the bigger person and you want to move on, but that cardinal, vengeful, deep person inside you wants this person to suffer. So you're fighting yourself, like that spiritual side and that cardinal side, that flesh that wants that revenge, that flesh that wants it to be. So your story is very clear. You definitely want this person to pay. You're really dwelling on how they could do it. Like I feel like you're imagining what this person did or how they could suffer for it. And so they're saying slow down and regroup, and then deal with your emotional, with your spiritual side. Lean more into your spiritual side and those in that part of you, because that's the good part of you, while the flesh is really just kind of trying to take over. And so you're not going to have success in this new relationship if you're still tied to all the anger and resentment and hurt from the old relationship. So they definitely want you to move past this past relationship, which you keep saying that you're done with, but you're totally not, because you want to see this person fall. You really want to see them at their knees, and you want them to apologize for something. And they're saying that their just due will come, but don't you act out in a way that you need to give them their revenge, because every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So don't you go out trying to give your own justice. The universe take care of it. Oh, I got it. So I hope that helped, and I hope, well, I don't really hope that I was right, but I hope that helps you. So that's what I got done.
Yes, Paula, the list is closed. Thank you. Paula, the list is closed. Next is, who is next?
Hey, Jazz. It was nice to see you. Just checked my email for Tuesday's class, and the email you sent down was on my spam, and I just realized that. Now, I was looking for you at the end of class. I thought, oh my gosh, she wasn't here. So I'm hoping that you will be there.
Did we lose you, Angie?
Oh, no, I was reading the question for BP. Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the question.
Not a problem. I was like, did I miss something? Oh, no.
What? Oh, BP. I was thinking, oh my God, it says BP, and I was thinking GP, and I'm like, no, that's not right. Okay, that makes sense. BP, not GP. But Keena said they're not answering. So if they're not answering, then that's okay. And Jazz, we had a good time Tuesday, not to rub it in your face, but we had a very good time. Like it was really nice. So hopefully you'll make it in next week. BP isn't answering. Okay, Anjali 766. May I get a general reading? Okay, I did.
Ali, are you here? Another Anjali.
Oh, she says you have to do it.
Okay.
No, Jazz, you don't have to re-email. Once you're on the list, Don just keeps sending you the email, and whether you log in or not is on to you. I remove people. If you've never been to the class, then I remove you, and I don't send you another email. But Don will keep you on the list for a good little minute.
We will update it from time to time and
exactly.
And remove those who don't respond. Absolutely.
Exactly. So yeah. You don't have to. We won't remove you. Just come back next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh, Anjali, I guess, isn't here either. They must have went to another site. So okay, who's next?
That's true, Linda. Linda says, it seems to me some people ask for reading every time you guys come in here. Yeah, and then they take off. And that's why we're kind of going back to the feeling of if you're not here, yeah, I don't get it. The same love questions. Oh, so true, Linda. So true. They always ask the same questions. You're like, enough already. So
Samantha wants a love reading. I know we've read this person before because I think the last name seems familiar.
Samantha, is this the Samantha that's Samantha? Are you from like UK or Australia or something? I don't remember. I thought for sure there was one of those who was like from what is it? What's the big Sydney, Australia? But maybe this is not that Samantha. I don't know.
Immediately when I concentrated on your energy, they showed me the 5 of coins, and specifically the traditional one where they're outside the church and they're bundled up in the cold, and you're feeling like you're left out in the cold, and you're wondering, when am I ever going to find love? When am I ever going to find joy and happiness? You're very not necessarily desperate for it, but you're just wondering, like, I'm a good person. Like I can, and I know this because I've had these thoughts, like, I'm a good person, I'm a nice person, why am I not finding anybody? Like, why do I have to wait? And then some of the questions you asked, she said, yes, Sydney, Australia. um and some of the things that you're asking is like, okay, well, this person is on their second or third divorce, and I haven't been married yet, or I haven't found the love of my life, and I keep giving and giving and giving and giving, and I'm getting that it's going to come, because now they're showing me the 9 of Wands in this deck, the Light Seers Tarot, and that's the one is where, you're standing there and you feel beat down and you feel tired and you feel abused, and you feel, in this case, they're putting the word abused in. You feel abused and you feel like, I'm nice to people, I do everything, I treat people the way I want to be treated. Why am I not attracting the person who is able to nurture me the way that I nurtured them? And I'm hearing that your time is coming. There seems to be one more significant lesson that you need to learn, or one more significant thing that you need to let go, because they're taking me down deep. And there's one more dark, like, you're still in darkness, you're all in black, and there's one more significant thing that you need to let go of that really, really bothers you, or that is holding you back from a true, very good relationship. And I can't really see what that is. So Don, you can go ahead while I try to figure out this one thing that they're saying that she really needs to work on. Hey, Nita, we missed you last night too.
Mm-hmm.
Our class is getting big, Nita. You better come. We had like,
14.
we had a whole, how many? 15?
14.
14 or 15? Yeah, 14 people. So it's, we're getting a significant amount of people. So you better come back and see all the fun we're having.
The only thing I get is stop sitting on the sidelines and get back in life, get back to it, and embrace life in a very aggressive manner. You got to start taking control of your life again. Take control, and just kind of, again, sitting on the sidelines has been not good for you, because you kind of have lost some of your social skills in the way in which you meet people and communicate. And so again, reach out to people. People will connect to you. They're going to definitely navigate toward you, migrate toward you, however you want to put it. But again, you got to get out there and get out with people. And come on, this is where you used to be a natural outside. You used to be somebody who, again, was a natural person in community and crowds. You used to love crowds. You used to love getting out there. You used to love of being the center of attention. And then again, something that, whatever it is, the significant thing that hurt you, that cut you to a point where you changed everything and you kind of got grounded. So I don't know what's happening.
I think because I wanted to ask that the significant thing that cut her off. Did your last relationship end because your spouse cheated on you with a close friend or a someone you knew very well, and it like you got double the pain, like the person who you broke up with, like, you lost your love and you lost your friend, because they're making it seem like it was a double betrayal, like your significant other cheated on you or had some kind of well, I'm thinking that it was cheated on you with a friend. Is that something that happened? Oh, betrayed by a friend. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you got double the pain. And so when Don was talking about getting out more, it was like you don't even make a lot of female friends because you don't trust them. And then you also don't trust people in love. And so even if you had a relationship, I don't think you would share that relationship or that person with that. Like you're still hanging on to that betrayal. And so you're looking at everything, and they're like if you get another, like it's like if I get another relationship, then they can't go around this person. I'm not leaving them alone with this person. I'm not going to trust this person. I'm not going to trust that. You can't live your future relationships in the light of the past relationship, thinking that everyone is going to be like that. Every relationship has to stand on its own merits. And you're very, very much in the betrayal. You're still living the betrayal of both of them. Maybe not to the point where you're dwelling on it, but you are very mindful in that you're changing your behavior. I'm going to do this instead of this, or I'm going to do that instead of that. You're very mindful of the things that you're going to do in order to prevent it from happening, instead of just being naturally you. Like Don said, you used to get out, you used to do all these things, and you're not doing it anyway because you're dead set on not living any way near the way that you lived your last relationship, because how dare that happen to you, and you never will let it happen again. And what they're saying is what you're limiting your options, you're limiting your life, and you're limiting your joy, because you're living in the way that you're trying to make sure that there's no possibility of it happening. And what they're saying is you can't control those two. It doesn't matter if you were the perfect wife or girlfriend or perfect best friend or not. If they were going to do it, that's the deception on their part and not yours. And you can't live your life thinking that you can prevent these things from happening. So they definitely want you to stop living in the light of your past relationship. I'm sorry, Don, if you have something.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I was
I
distracted.
thought maybe I cut in. I remember you saying, telling her to get out more, and then oh no, you said something about a betrayal, and then I jumped in. I'm sorry.
Mhm. Oh no, that was it. It's just that you have to get back into life. It's time for you to. It's time for you to jump back in there.
She's saying that she done a lot of healing, which you have, but you're still living in the light of, I'm not going to let this happen, and I'm going to do this, this, and this. So you're altering the way that you normally would be to make sure this doesn't happen. It's okay to be aware, but don't live your life based on, okay, well, this person could never be alone in the same room with my friend. This person could never, be in the car with my friend. Like you're altering the relationship, or you're putting restrictions on the relationship before you even have the relationship. And they want you to just naturally live. Not everybody is the same as those two were. So that's what I'm getting.
Super. Well, with that said, who is next on the list? Are they here first of all, and then who is it, and are they here?
And Miss Linda said, is it because of the robbery that you don't get out so much? She's very sorry that you experienced that.
But do you have a disabling condition as well, Samantha? Is that who we're reading, Samantha?
It was Samantha, yeah.
I was also feeling there was like a disabling condition, but I don't know. Maybe it could be again the PTSD type situation, but I was feeling a bit the disabling situation.
Oh, like anything that was like she holds on to the moment of the trauma, and anything that is remotely close to it sends her back into that shell and pulls her back.
Triggers.
So when you
Yeah.
were talking about the PTSD, it's like anything that is remotely close, like did somebody walk too close to her? However, it was initially, anything that remotely resembles that pulls
Yeah,
her
it's
back.
like exactly the trigger is like something somebody moves too fast and that's like because again it's not expected and therefore it kind of like it can jar her. That's kind of what I was getting.
And so I know you've done a lot of self healing, but you may just want to go to a group. They're showing me like a group of people sitting in a circle and talking about it, and just hearing how they've learned to cope with it or move forward will help you, because you are doing a significant job on your healing. They're saying, do not be deceived. Your healing is being acknowledged and you are doing a very good job on it. But you also need to see how other people are living outside of their trauma, because you're only seeing it from your point of view, and you need to see other ways that you can move forward, and so you can have some ideas of how to get over what you're dealing with. So definitely a group of people who are dealing with PTSD, and you'll see things differently. It's like your eyes are wide open and you see it from this perspective and this perspective and this perspective, and you're like, oh, okay, I can live, after. So that's what they're saying to me.
Super. So who is next then?
It's Queen Libra. Samantha was the person I was finishing up, but Queen Libra must be the next person because Keena popped
Okay.
her up.
Super.
I wish that would have said, how does my angels feel about me, rather than Angel the person, but I did. Queen Libra, are you here? I don't see Queen Libra. Oh, she is. Kena said she is here. Oh, I'm here. Okay. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. So what was it? How does Angel really feel about me? I get a hot passion, like a sexual energy. Like this person definitely is sexually attracted to you. I don't feel like there's a budding romance just yet, but there's a sexual attraction. And I don't know if you two are having sex, but there seems to be a strong sexual attraction between you two. Um, Did you guys just have ice cream together? Is there something significant about sharing a bowl of ice cream or having ice cream? There's something about ice cream that you two just share together. You put a lot more weight on things that you two do, seems to put on the situation. And so they're showing you with the big giant heart eyes and you being dreamy and in love and wanting it to be a lot more. I don't feel like this person is quite where you are. Sexually, they are attracted to you, but I don't see a romance that is budding in the way that you want it to bud. And that's what I got down.
I think there's a conflict about how he feels about you. I'm not sure he understands completely how he feels about you. I think he has some pluses and some minuses. Um, and again, he's trying to find the balance there. Are you a good balance to him? Do you offset some of his negatives and so forth? And do you bring him joy? And I think those are decisions that he's contemplating and has in his head. Is that is this the person who will bring me the joy, bring me balance, somebody who won't cause me more drama than good, And so unfortunately, he's just kind of sitting there patiently waiting, watching. He hasn't made his mind up yet, so I think that you're kind of on the bubble right now.
Miss Linda says she feels like he's a player. She said, and then Queen Libra said they've been friends. She's scared to date, and she's been avoiding him.
Why would you avoid him?
So are you trying to figure out if we're going to tell you whether you should date him or not? What is that was the one thing I was thinking, why are you avoiding him? Is there something that he's doing that like a lot? Okay, let me say this. A lot of you are carrying your past hurt into the relationship. I wouldn't want to date any of you because you people are just punishing your current person for things that happened to you in the past. You're either going to move forward or you're going to let go. Like a lot of you, if the shoe was on the other foot, would you want to date you? I just watched this special on TV and it was a comedy special. And her therapist said to her, would you want to date you? Knowing all the things that you know about yourself, all the things you said that you want about love, would you date the person that you are now? If you were the guy or the person, would you sit across the table from you and enjoy being in a relationship with you, knowing all the things that you are and all the things that you're holding on to? Would you be a good person to date? And so if you can answer that question, then you'll know whether you should move forward or not. If you don't think that you will be a good person to date or you're not ready, or if you still have that fear, then maybe you're not ready to date. Fear means that there's something that you're holding on to that is preventing you from moving forward. So don't punish me for something that you're not ready to deal with. Deal with whatever your fear is and move forward. And I know people's like, oh, I don't want to get my feelings hurt. Who does want to get their feelings hurt? Nobody does. And so saying I don't want to get my feelings hurt isn't a significant enough reason to bring that trauma and place it at somebody else's doorstep and then expect them to heap it up and carry it with you because you don't want to let it go. That's how I'm getting it. Like, okay, I'm hurt, blah, 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 blah. I want to meet this person. I expect them to pick up my load of hurt, my fears, all the things that I have negative, and I want you to carry that. Well, how can you hug me? How can you embrace me? How can you love me if you're holding on to all that weight that is unnecessary that I brought to the situation. I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who's just not ready to move forward yet. She says she thinks he comes with a lot of drama. If you think it, then it's true. And there has to be something that's giving you that idea that he has that he's a lot of drama. Move on. Like you do realize you don't have to talk to these people because they want to. There's a significant person who is shorter than me. He's not even taller than me, and he's always like, "Oh, I was walking by, I was thinking about you." Keep on thinking and keep on scrolling, because what we're not gonna do, you're too small, sir. We can't. We just cannot move forward. And so know what your bottom line is. If it's too much drama, then move on. If it's baby mama drama, if there's little significant things, listen, all those little things become big old giant things that make you break up later. So if you're not ready to deal with this person, move on. I always think of it as, why would I traumatize this person because I don't want to be with this person? Just be honest and be like, you know what, I think you're too much drama, and move on. You wouldn't date you, then fix you and make yourself dateable. What is it about you that you don't want to date? And you don't have to tell me those things. This is something you can put in your journal. What is it that about you that would make you a person that you wouldn't want to date? And then work on those things. Okay, I'm a little too aggressive, or I'm a little too, suspicious of people. Work on those things. Why am I suspicious? Break those things down. So if you want something to concentrate on the things that you think that make you not want to be dateable, and then work on those things so that you can move forward and not be a burden to somebody else, because technically you are a burden and you're just heaping trauma on somebody else.
Okay.
That's it.
I wanted to move on, but I'm not going to, because I need to keep my mouth shut, but I'm not going to. So get ready, because we're going to church. Queen Libra. As soon as somebody tells me that I wouldn't date me, then
say it, Don. Go ahead. Look. What God love the truth. Just say the truth. Just say the truth. And sometimes we need to hear it.
Yeah, and I think this young person does need to hear this. And that is if you put that out there, guess what's going to happen? Nobody's going to date you. Again, energy is words. Words are power. And if you think you have a problem, then why aren't you working on it? Why are you sending something to us and trying to ask what somebody feels about you? If you know you have a problem, then you need to work on the problem. You don't need to come to a psychic. If you know that you wouldn't date you, then you know why you wouldn't date you. Then tweak it and fix it, and then stop coming and whining to somebody else, because guess what? Oh, poor woe is me. Screw that. You need to get over yourself, get over all this crap, and figure out what it is that would turn somebody off, and you know what that is, and twist it around. And stop saying it. Stop putting it out there. Because as soon as you tell the universe nobody's going to date you, guess what's going to happen? Nobody will date you. And the ones who may actually date you are the ones, again, you won't want, because there's somebody who's going to prowl on you, somebody who's going to be a predator to you. So I'm telling you, for your own damn good, first of all, choose your words and choose them wisely. Remember, words have power. If you tell the universe that you are not worthy, guess what's going to be the situation? You are not going to be worthy. If you tell us that you have a problem and no one would date you because you wouldn't date you, then damn it, fix it. Nobody else can fix that for you. Figure it out and fix it. Don't come to a psychic. Don't come to a tarot reader. Go to a psychologist. Go to a psychiatrist, or go to somebody a preacher, a priest, somebody who can help you to work through it if you need to. But again, if you've identified the problem, you can fix the problem.
Conflict. But if you look at this person, it's the same person. You're fighting yourself. This person is battling this. This is the same person over and over again. You're battling yourself. You're fighting yourself. This is your conflict. This isn't his conflict. Whether he's drama or not, this is your conflict. let me say this. You're not going to get a pity party here. We're not going to be like, oh, you're special, you're beautiful. Oh, if you don't like you, then you need to fix who you are. Not come here and just be like, oh, I don't know you personally, so I don't know if you're a good person or not. But if you say you're not a good person, then I'm going to take your word for it that you're not a good person. If you don't think that you're dateable, then you're not going to be dateable. But if you want to be dateable, then tell the universe, I want to release those things that no longer serve me. Do you know how simple that is? This is the full moon. Not even I want. I release those things that no longer serve me. Let me tell you, in a minute, that stuff just starts pouring out, and you don't understand why you're crying, why you're frustrated, because you're releasing those things. Let them go. I release those things that no longer serve you. So if fear and you're scared, release that. I want to release that fear that keeps me from dating. I release that fear that keeps me from dating. I release that whatever it is that is holding me back from whatever dating. I release whatever it is in me that makes me not want to be makes me not dateable. Release it. It's all in you saying, I want it to go. You may not even know what it is. You don't have to decide what it is. I release those things that no longer serve me. This is a full moon. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and put it out there, and then move forward with your life. Stop saying that I'm not dateable or I'm not this. We're not going to give you a pity party. What we're going to give you is sound healing advice. I release those things that no longer serve me, and then see how your life starts to change, and the people that you start attracting. Because what came up was the Four of Wands. That's community, that's family, that's celebration. Immediately when I changed the tone from from the negative in your reading to release those things that no longer serve you, this is what came up: celebration. This is what you could have if you would go ahead and just release those things that are no longer serving you. What are you holding on to them for? Just so you would have something to love? Let them go. Let them go. And believe me, as a person who would not let those things go, they go either be torn out of you with the force of the universe tearing them out of you, or you're just going to release them and let them go. So do you want them ripped out of you, or do you want them to oh, congratulations, Don, or do you want them to just be released naturally? So you decide how you want to move forward. But we are sending you I am sending you love and light, and hoping that you have a change in your mindset and you release those things that no longer serve you. Again, like Miss Linda said, love yourself first. No one likes a whine. Oh, definitely. No one likes a whiner. You need to be confident in yourself. And yes, if you have issues, fix them. Get her done. Exactly. Get her done.
Exactly. And one more thing, tear up the damn pity party invitations, because I don't want any more. So throw the damn pity party invitations away. We're not interested in attending. Get your act together, and you will appreciate the fact that you've had a conversation that you needed to hear a while ago. You must not have good friends, because you know what? A good friend will give you this. A good friend will tell you this, and you may not like it from strangers, but I'll tell you what, you'll appreciate it from a friend, because this is what friends do. We wake you up. We wake each other up, and we remind you that get over yourself already. Live life while you have it. We just spoke to a woman who lost her husband. They were married for 4 years. They celebrated their fourth, and then he were entering the fifth, and she died. He died. She has lost this significant, wonderful person, but she lived life with him, and she had great memories. You can be that person and enjoy life and enjoy finding that right person. Or you can go there and sit in a corner and whine about it and whatever. But again, don't extend us the invitation to the pity party. I'm not interested in coming. Next.
You guys are really sharing, and subscribing. We love you guys. Go ahead and continue to share, and subscribe. Don, go ahead and tell them what you just said.
I just hit 700 subscribers. Yay, on YouTube. Yay.
Yay. And I just hit 201 subscribers. So we're making it. I remember when I was in the 50s for so long.
Exactly.
I hit 700 subscribers, and I just hit 201. We love you guys for doing that. Continue to share, subscribe. And I don't see it as the numbers. I see it as 201 people who get to see us giving love and light and healing and sharing it. So please make sure you share and that you continue to let people know that we're out here. I'm so happy for you, Don. Oh my gosh, you're almost 2,000. Like, I can't wait till we're over tens of thousands, and then we're just like, remember when we were at 100? Remember we were at 200? Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you, Don.
Yep, but like you said, there's 700 family members. That's not
exactly 700 family members who get to see us. Just give out love and light. I'm so excited. Oh, that is so beautiful for both of us. There you go. But Don, when I first saw the 700 in a private chat, I thought you were talking about the 700 club. Oh. It showed the 700 club. And I was like, oh, what did they talk about the 700 club? Like, what happened? But then I saw the word subscribers, and I was like, oh, okay. Exactly, Pam. Oprah, look, Oprah, we getting our subscribers up. Come on here. Oprah, we only need one endorsement for you, and we'll get the Oprah effect, and we'll be over 1 million so fast. So, Oprah, come on in here and see us and love on us so that we can get some more subscribers. But continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe. God, go ahead and hit one of them little things so they know that you for real talking about. Go ahead and do one of our commercials.
Let's do this one. I love this one, Mr. Oh Lord, have I lost?
Oh my gosh, I love that hearty laugh, and sometimes it's so appropriate and it's so perfect.
Exactly.
You and I are on the same wavelength tonight. All right, then. Hey. I love when Miss Linda and Pam are in the chat. They are just so loving and warm and nurturing, and All right, so let's see, Miss Sally.
And as we just read, who was it? What was her name? We just Queen something, right?
Queen Libra.
Yes, as we just read Queen Libra, Linda reads us the same way. Linda keeps us in line. She is our defining rod. I mean, she lets us know we're moving in the right way, and she nudges us when we're not. So Linda has become our defining rod, and she
our moral compass.
Absolutely. If we get a little bit too
what are you guys doing?
Exactly. So yep,
I love it.
Happy birthday to you. Do you see Noah and I in a long-term relationship where there will be commitment and kids in the future? Have you met Noah? Come on, Sally. Have you met Noah?
Well,
just curious.
I don't know why I thought Noah's Ark, and I was like, yeah, it's a significant amount of children, but I guess that's not right. So my bad. Okay. Do I see Noah? Oh Lord. So she said yes, they have met. They are together.
Look at Kina. She's lost her mind. Kina, are you sure that's a wand, or do you think that's something else? She's I'm like, that's a lot of excitement for a wand. That kind of wand. I'll put it that way. Oh my goodness!
It does clear out the look. It does clear out the energy. I mean,
Oh Lord! Does that one come with an attachment for electric, or is it battery operated? Oh my
okay.
Goodness.
Do you see Noah and I in a long? No, because and I'm just going to be honest. When I read, do you see Noah and I in a long-term relationship? I heard no. You're a little bit and don't get mad at me. I'm only repeating what I hear. You're a little bit irritating to. I feel like you keep asking, "Do you love me? Why do you love me? Do you like me? Am I pretty? Am I this?" Like you need a lot of confidence building. And so I don't get that you are going to be in a long-term relationship. And do I see you two having kids together? I do not. I got to know on both questions that I asked. Don, what'd you get?
The pendulum said they couldn't tell. So
I gotta know on that. You're overwhelming. Not necessarily that you're, like when I say annoying, like you're harping on insignificant things. Do you think I'm pretty? Do you think I'm this? Like you're asking questions over and over and over again, and he feels like, I've said this, I've answered these questions. Why do you keep asking? It's a lot of insecurities that you're heaping on him and expecting him to continuously make you feel better about whatever your insecurities are, instead of just standing strong in the relationship, or just dealing or working on those insecurities that you have. But I do not see a long-term relationship, and I do not see children. But again, I could be wrong, but that's what I got. When I asked the question, I heard no. And when I heard asked about kids, I said no. But Spirit did say you will have kids, but I don't see it being with Noah. So I don't think that it'll be a very long-term. I'm seeing a 6 to 8 months, if it even makes it that long. If there's going to be a breakup, it's going to be before Christmas, because nobody wants to buy a gift for somebody that they're kind of sort of not liking. So if you're going to break up, then it's going to be in the next before Christmas, or you're going to go the longevity of the 6 to 8 months. So sorry it wasn't a good reading, but if you're out there and you guys know, go ahead and take 2 shots.
Next. Next is Lori. Lower. Relationship reading, please.
I'm assuming you mean love, because there's many relationships, but there's something about brothers. Were you dating brothers or like friends? I definitely heard brothers, and I saw 2 people. So were you dating friends or brothers, or people who were acquainted with each other? Okay, 2 brothers. You said relationships, or are you having a issue with your brother or brothers? Because definitely saw brothers quickly. And since you said relationship, I assume that maybe you were dating 2 brothers. So if you're not dating brothers, or people who would be close like brothers, then are you having a issue with your brothers, or a relationship issue with your brothers? So um, that's what I'm getting about relationship. You're not confirming anyway, so I'm going to try to pull a card, because all they keep showing me is the 2 brothers standing in a doorway together, and it's dark. Not necessarily black dark, but the light is off, so there's no light on. So either there's an issue with family members, meaning your brothers or your siblings, or you were dating 2 people in the way. So she says no, she wasn't dating those people. Or maybe no, there was no. Well, you know what? You're saying no, so I'm assuming you're saying no to the dating 2 brothers, or maybe you're not having a relationship issue, but that's what I'm getting. That's all they're showing me is the 2 brothers. They're telling me it doesn't matter what we say. You're going to go to another psychic and ask again and again and again until you get the answer that you want. And even if it doesn't turn out that way, as long as you hear good news, you're going to continue to go to other people. So what they're showing me is that you hop on this one and then this one and then this one. You're a little bit addicted, because now they're showing me the devil card. You're addicted to the idea of what is being said, and not the message that you should be receiving. And so you're just going to keep asking until you get the answer that you want, regardless of whether it turns out the way that they said it's going to be. So that's all I'm getting.
Well, super. Hopefully that resonates with you, Lori, and give us some feedback when you have a chance. Kina, who is next? Next is Jaded. Why is Hernandez wanting to work out our relationship now? Say what? Why is Hernandez wanting? Usually we hear why aren't they wanting to?
What was the reason that Hernandez told you he wanted to work out the relationship? But they're showing me dollar signs, and I see this. When I see this, that means money. So do you make significant more money, or are you more stable than he is? Because I see this, and then I see the door to a house, like you're a stable environment for this person to have a place to go. It's definitely something material. And again, they're just showing me dollar signs, and they're showing me this. For me, this is money. This has to do with money. So I think that you either are a stable financially, or you have significantly more money than this person. And for me, that's the reason he wants to work it out, is because you're a person that can provide. Like, maybe you already have your own apartment, your own car, your own job. And so he can, kind of finagle his way back in. And then now he has a place to stay, and, he can share the bills with you rather than paying them on his own. So it seems to be more like a partnership, or someone needing your stability versus wanting your company or your relationship with them. So that's what I got.
I was getting that he was catting with a kitty, and the kitty got tired. So when the kitty threw him out of the kitty litter, he came home to a very safe person who would probably welcome him back, because he's supposed to be the end all be all, and he ain't all that. So
exactly,
that's what I was getting. So it's like yeah. There's a needle in that. There's as I used to say, there's a hook in that turkey. Be careful, because unfortunately, I don't know. I'm not saying it's. I just don't expect that it's necessarily the relationship do you think it is, or that you're the focus of that relationship as much as his needs and wants,
like they're saying, if you're considering it, you need to find out things like, okay, where are you working? How much money are you making? Why are you trying to come back here? Like, if this person is immediately wanting to shack up, then it's more of I want a place, a stable community, or a stable place, then I want to spend all my significant time with you. And they're showing it to me like a circle. They're showing me a hamster wheel. So maybe this is something that you go through, or you two've been through over and over and over again, or this is something repeated, like you put him out, he gets a new relationship, it doesn't work, he comes back. And so they're showing it to me as a cycle. Remember, there was a reason that you wanted this person to be your ex. So remember that. You're remembering maybe the kind of sort of good times where it might have been nice, where you might have had a good time. They're saying, what was the reason that you broke up? And that's what you need to remember, why this person had to be out of your life in the first place. And then you decide, because they're showing me a balance, you decide whether you want to repeat that cycle or move forward with that person. So that's what I got. Hello, angels will fly. Okay, well, if he makes good money, then okay, that's fine. I mean, I know a lot of people who make good money but makes bad decisions. That doesn't mean that they have a stable place to live, but that's what I got. And if you don't think that what I said was right, then go with what your people are telling you.
And I think if he comes back to you, you can do some prophylactic protection for a little while, because you don't want what somebody else had and gave to him. So keep that in mind.
Okay, then that's the money thing I said. She said it's his ex wanting all of his money. Then do you even want that drama? Like, think about it. Okay, you know what? You seem to have already made up your mind that he's going to give you another chance. So it doesn't mean, like, when people start defending that person in the comments, this is what I say. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Jaded, you can say all you want, but I'm telling you, she wanted more than the money, and she got it. And again, it's you can believe all you want. And
remember this, you're hearing it from his point of view. You're hearing the story from his point of view. So he's always going to make himself look like he's the victim in the situation. But again, you've already decided that this is what you want. So go ahead and move forward with it. Don't go by what I said. You know him better than I do. So go by what your spirit guides are telling you, or your gut feeling is telling you. Move forward. Terry T said, even Bill Gates got divorced. Love is love and money is money. It doesn't mean that just because you have a good job that it's not a money situation or not a stability situation. But again, you asked, I answered the question, and then I hope that you decide. Don't make your decision based on what I said. Make it based on your gut feeling, what you know. And if you think that she's all trying to take his money, Just think about this. What he's telling her, what he's telling you, you think he's telling her the same thing? She was trying to get my money, that's why I left her. So do you think that he's telling this new person the same thing he's telling you about the other person? Think about that. He's not changing his story. He's just repeating the same story to different people. She wanted my money. She wanted my money. So you probably wanted his money too, according to what he told the other girlfriend. What you need to do is go talk to her. Get the real story. Go talk to her. Listen, when I was at my wit's end with my son's father, I was like, hey, can I please meet your ex? Because I have to know. It can't just be me. You cannot be this, you know what I'm saying? This incompetent, this just unable to be a spouse. It can't just be me. And I desperately wanted to talk to her and just be like, well, what was your reason for leaving? Because we may be on the same wavelength. That's all I'm saying. Okay, there you go. You're good. He's good. Go ahead. You know what? When you get married, let me know, because when you are defending someone to the level that you are defending him, you have already made up in your mind. I don't know what you thought we were going to say. This is my thing. You ask me a question, I go to the spirits, and then you tell me all of that is wrong because you already know the answer. Then don't ask me. And I'm not upset about it in no way. But what I'm saying is, you asked me, I told you, and then you're telling me every single reason why what I said was wrong. Go ahead. Do what you want to do.
Yep. But remember, check out that kitty litter, because Papa played around with a kitty and the kitty got tired. That's
exactly
all I'm saying.
And this is another thing. You're saying that his other person, like, what was the reason that you two broke up? Was it because of her? Then why would you want to be with somebody who left you to be with that kind of person? Obviously, he thought that person was better than you. You know what? Do what you gonna do. Do what you gonna do, honey. Miss Abigail, let's see. Why do Okay.
Can't cat around with the kitty. I'm here to tell you, the child.
I read your oh wow. Dang. Let me see where they're going with that. Because as I read your question, 2 cards came out. One was heartbreak, and then one was feeling like you're bound and you don't know how to make a decision. So one is heartbreak, and this is what I read. Hey guys, what's happening for me for the next 3 months? And I got heartbreak, and then I got you feeling bound. So this is the 2 and the 3 of swords. So it's all thoughts. It's the heartbreak isn't thoughts, but this is you needing to make a decision, or you feeling like in this situation, you're fighting with your thoughts. That's what your problem is. You're not making the decision because you're fighting in your head. So that's what I'm getting for that. And then I asked, what is it that you can look forward to in the next 3 months? And I heard career. So your career is going to pick up. They're showing me the 9 of Cups. So that's wish fulfillment. So is there a specific job that you wanted or something that you were trying to get that you applied for? They're showing me that you are going to get this. So your career is going to pick up definitely. I'm not exactly sure what this heartbreak is. It doesn't seem to be a relationship, but there is going to be a significant heartbreak for you. And then again, you're all caught up in your head with about making this decision. But on the career front, you are going to move forward and get some advancements and some additional money coming in the next 3 months. So that's what I got. Oh, you're not working? Okay, then maybe you're going to get some income and you're going to get a job, because that's what I got. I got career, and then I got it's you getting exactly what you want career-wise. So that's what I got.
The only thing I'm not really getting much of anything. The only thing I can tell you is put some positive energy out there. Put positive energy out there and enjoy the holiday season. I have zero. So I'm only giving you that just as a person, not anything about psychic or anything else. So just I'm getting nada, zero. Sorry.
The
That doesn't
energy is
have
very low. Like all of you in here seem to be like very I don't know, low vibe or low energy. Like you don't seem to be your very high energy that you normally are, where you're all laughing and chatting in the comments. You all seem to be very low and subdued. Like it's very serious. Everybody seems to be wound up really tight tonight. Angels Will Fly said they just got off of work.
Well, folks, most importantly to remember also, don't forget, do these affirmations. Remember those affirmations and stay positive because again, if you allow yourself to be mired down into the mess, you're going to get mess in return, and you don't want to go there. So keep that in mind. Angie, I think we're pretty much done with the list.
That's it. Keena
Yeah.
said, did she say if Clara wasn't there or something?
Yeah, she said Clara did not show, so Abigail, whatever her name was the last person in line. Unless you want to pick one more and go with it, or just shall we call it an evening?
I'm with it. Brandon's here, so I don't have to pick him up. We've only been on about 2 hours. I'm with it. Can we get to like raise the energy? Can we get some good questions, some fun, something where you guys aren't so serious? Like you guys are so downtrodden, and you're hoping that I think what you think is that we're going to see it and then make it happen in your life. We just see what the energy is. If you're bringing negative energy, then that's what we're going to see. If you're feeling that negative energy, that's what we're seeing. We're not making your life story. We're not writing a book and then seeing it and then making it happen for you. We're reading the energy that you're bringing to the table. So all of you seem to be pretty wound up tight tonight.
Linda said, "Pull a card for me." Absolutely, Linda. We can do
yes,
that.
ma'am, Miss Linda, and I'm gonna get the Rachel True deck to do yours, Miss Linda. Miss Linda, I'm excited for Thanksgiving too. All I'm thinking about is that whole week. I probably ain't gonna eat nothing, so I can be good and hungry and walking all my miles, so I have enough room to eat all the food. Because all y'all been talking about how much food y'all gonna bring.
Yep, I'm gonna make a brisket, Texas style, low and slow, and some barbecue pork ribs.
Oh my God! Listen, you had me at pork ribs. I'm just Lord.
So
and look, and don't even talk about me because I'm bringing a to-go container.
Absolutely.
I wanted to acknowledge Pamela Rampage. Every day I see her post this affirmation that Don has here every single day. And every single day I read what she wrote, and I feel like her energy gets higher and lighter and happier every single time I post it. It's like she puts it out there, and then it just raises her vibration, and then it raises her vibration every single day. When I see it, I get such a joy. She changes the background. She posts all this stuff, and I just love it every time I see it. And I feel like it is truly changing her outlook and changing her destiny. Like I feel like this is how they're showing Miss Pamela. It's like she was going to the left, and because she started to post this, even if she doesn't 100% believe it, she's putting it out there to the point where she wants to. Like I feel like there is a desire for Miss Pamela to want to move forward, and that now she's going this way. So things in your life are going to pick up. Like I just feel such a joy every time I read you writing this, and you just write it every single morning, and it's so cute, and I just love it every single morning that I see it.
Absolutely. And again, it starts here. You got if you make it happen, it will happen. But you got to have it here first. You got to believe it there first. Pamela is embracing that, and it's absolutely good. I'm still getting Sarah's smile from Hall & Oates. Is there anybody here who lost a Sarah, a young girl named Sarah? Or
now I'm going to have to go and listen to the song because there may be something significant in the words.
It goes, Sarah, smile. Won't you smile a while for me, Sarah?
So this is the one card for Miss Linda, right?
Yeah.
And I love Hall & Oates, Don. Oh, my God.
That's one of Kenny's favorite groups. He loves Hall & Oates.
Oh, yeah. I remember you and Shauna talking about it. Yes. Yep. Listen, I can't wait to have this macaroni because if she comes and she don't make this macaroni, we going to fight because I heard y'all talking about it in detail last week. And
yes. Yep.
Okay, so one card for Miss Linda.
Oh Lord, look at this. Is that such an amazing, wonderful card? I love it. Oh man,
I got the star card.
wonderful. I mean, it's like this, and that's that very what do you call it? Earthy energy. That's earthy energy. That mama bear. That don't mess with me and my clan because I'm coming at you. I am enlightened. I know when my family needs me. I am there for them. I mean, this is such amazing, powerful energy. I love this, Linda. This card is you. I mean, there's no doubt about it. This card is you, and all this is a confirmation of you are Mama Bear, and they know it, and they love it. They love you for it. Even when you fuss with them, and even when they fuss back at you, again, they know.
What card is it, Don? What does it say at the bottom?
It's the Earth card. It's it's the Eight of Earth. And I just love it. It's great.
Oh, I do like that. I got the star card from Miss Linda, and they wanted me to pay attention to. And this person is naked. Wait, not completely naked. The cup covering her little tatas. But they wanted me to pay attention or bring your attention to the water that you're pouring out. That's you pouring out your love, pouring out your healing, pouring out your wisdom to everybody, and nurturing them. Again, like you said, nurturing Earth Mother. That's what they wanted me to pay attention to. That, like, it's very appreciated in raising the general vibration, not just, your loved ones and everybody else, but in raising the general vibration. You're always such a good, always such great comments in there, always such a positive spirit in there, always telling people you hope they feel better, or you're sorry about their situation, or wishing them love and light and blessings and joy. And so this is just you, always so full of hope, always so full of joy. And they're saying is that you're like that star, that one bright star in the sky. Everybody knows where to get that good advice from, that good wisdom from. And that's what I got for you, the star card. Just wishing on a star, being hopeful, being open to things that are coming. And then at the bottom of the deck was the strength card. That's the overall energy, is the strength. This is you all day, Miss Linda. Just those two things right there. So that's what I got for you, Miss Linda. I think Julie asked for a card, Don. Julie from class, Julie Karen.
Yep, let's give her a card. Absolutely. Sarah, smile.
Jojo said that's the man coming for Miss Linda. I'm with it.
We're gonna wear Linda down. Eventually, she's gonna fall for it.
Exactly, and I'm gonna be so happy.
Terry T says, "Can I just say we all know that it's all about the food. I'm gonna put on my big pants during the holidays. Ain't no Weight Watching for me." I hear you, but
exactly.
Terry T, there is a rule that says once November kicks in, that there are no calories in food. It just doesn't exist until the end of December. So for the next 2 months.
And I also, don't you always say, Don, if you cut it, then there's no calories in it. Once you cut it,
the calories fall right out.
So if you just cut whatever you're eating, just cut it with a knife, the calories fall right on out. They don't even count.
Exactly. And Terry T, I don't think you have a weight problem. I almost guarantee you don't have a weight problem. Oh, look at this. I love this. Julie, continue to have the faith. Continue to have faith. Understand that the journey you're on, understand where you're headed, what you're doing, and have faith that you are doing you are where you need to be, doing what you need to be. I love this. And you're surrounded by the love and light as well. Look at that energy around you. I mean, all that stuff around you. It's the birds, the water, the fox. I mean, it's just a phenomenal thing. So again, have the faith that you are where you need to be and you're on the path that you need to be on. I love it, love it, love it.
So 2 cards came out for Miss Julie. I got the 7 of Cups, but I got you're not exactly sure what you want. Like, you have so many things up in the air. They wanted me to pay attention to the fact that the cups are in the air the way that they are. Like, you have so many ideas and so many things that are up in the air that you're considering, but they're saying, then I got the Page of Pentacles, which means there's new, that's good news coming in. That's good fortune coming in. That's news of something earthly material things that is coming in. So news is coming in. It's good news that is coming in because it came in the upright. So, you know what I'm saying? And then look at those leaves on there. They want you to see that lush growth that's coming up the side. They want you to be mindful of that. So that is good blessings that are coming into you. Good news is coming in. And all of those ideas you have, they're saying be patient. That's what I heard. Be patient. You can't do them all at once, but if you do them in the right order, that spirit is going to give you that information. This one, we'll work on that one, we'll work on that one. And then eventually all of them will be done. And you'll be like, wow, I didn't even think I could get one of them, and I got all of them. So what they're saying is definitely your dreams, your desires, your wishes, and then good news is going to come in that is going to give you a little bit more direction. So Miss Julie, that's good news for you.
And one more for you, Julie. One more pop down. Abundance. Abundance. Love it. So again, that's what you're moving toward, abundance. And then of course we get right back to that affirmation with that word abundance. So you can't fight the affirmation. You know, I'll tell you.
Linda says, cause JoJo and I need to do that December walk challenge with Angie. Come on in. We're doing starting December 1st. We're doing 100 miles for St. Jude. It's a good cause. It's walk 100 miles in December for St. Jude. I divided it up, and if we start on December 1st, then it's like 3.2 miles per day. So that's a 5K. Just do a 5K a day. We can do in-home walking videos. We can do outside walking. You can do dance videos, whatever you do to get your 3.2 miles per day. So we're doing a walking challenge. We could call it the JSS walking challenge or whatever you want to call it, but we're doing it to raise money for St. Jude. So you'll see me posting. I'll figure out how to do the link to post it. If you want to start before that, then you can start. There's a friend of mine from high school. We're going to start tomorrow doing our walk. And I think he said 100 miles for November, and he must not know that we already 10 days in. So that means I got to do like 4 miles a day for December, but I'm not even going to talk about that. I'm just going to stay mindful so that I can make room for all this food I'm going to eat. So if you guys want to join the challenge, I posted it on my page, and I'll continue to post information. Then I'll post a donation link so that we all can walk for St. Jude to raise money.
Is that on Facebook?
Right. It's on Facebook thus far. I like every month, once you do a challenge, like they'll send you what the new challenge is every month. And so the challenge for this month is that came up in my feed was St. Jude. And it said walk 100 miles in December for St. Jude. And then once you register and sign up, you can raise money and take donations. So I'll post every day like what my walk was and just try to motivate people. And we can decide, like to do whatever, as long as you get your miles in, whether, again, it's in-house walking, it's outside walking, it's chasing somebody with a bat or a rolling pin or whatever you need to do. As long as you get 3.2 miles in while you're doing it, go ahead and do it. If you want to do it on the elliptical, as long as you get those steps in.
Last night while we were in class, after everybody read for the number challenge, after that, I was actually going to suggest that I pull a card for each person because I was.
Oh my gosh, that was such a good idea, Don.
Yeah, I thought it was like egotistical, and I thought, how dare I? But I was kind of drawn to do it, and I was like, nah, I better not. It sounds just. But so this is. I love drawing cards. I like the one draw.
I want y'all to see Keena's comment on YouTube on my page. It says, I'll catch you in December. So that means that Keena has agreed to do this walk challenge. So I don't want to hear nothing in December, Keena, about you not walking. You may be walking them boxes from my apartment to that truck, but you better give me 100 miles in December. So I got proof that you said it right there on this screen, and I will go back and screenshot it and send it to you every day. Did you walk today, Keena? Did you walk today, Keena? But guys, it'll be fun if we all do it and post it and, just kind of support each other. So then maybe we can do some before and after, or we can tell how many total pounds we lost for the month. Like, okay, it was this many of us in there and we each lost this many pounds. We lost blah, blah, blah pounds. Maybe we'll lose a whole person. Who knows?
Pam says we can draw. Pam said we can draw a card for her.
Oh, Miss Pam. Okay.
Pam, show them who you are. Take off the mask. Show them who you are. Make sure that you are putting it out there, and make sure that they know that you are there and that they're let them know who they're dealing with. Okay. Again, no fronting, no masks. Just let it all hang out. Be the Pam that they need to see. Okay. That's what I'm getting for you, Pam.
I immediately saw a man when Pam came up, and I do think last night in our readings it was kind of a love thing, and I don't know. Let me see. Oh, I got the world card for you. So that's transition. That's transitioning from one world, from single to dating to married to something. So you're transitioning from one world to another. You're and look at those streams of water on each side. That's what they're drawing my attention to. Look at those streams of water. Though, and what I'm hearing is planted by a river. You know what I'm saying? That's your source. That's your nurturing. So you're getting it. You're transitioning from one world to another. But you're transitioning, Miss Pam, in multiple different areas. Like I see your career seems to be moving forward. And I think I said in one of the I think I said something about you would know Thursday of this week. You'd get the answer that you were seeking Thursday of this week regarding that promotion or something or moving up to the next level. So I think you'll get that information. And then this is a transition. Like they're telling, and I hear the word leadership. So transitioning from like, you know, like a regular employee to like a team lead or manager or supervisor. Like you're transitioning up the ladder to something else. So definitely the world card. Oh, and then travel. Maybe you're coming here. Isn't the world card travel, Dom? Usually, sometimes maybe
Yep,
you're coming to Arizona for psychic palooza. So I'm
yep.
just saying, maybe you're on your way here. But that's what I got for you, Miss Pam.
I do think
Oh,
MD
yes,
Anderson.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I think Banner MD Anderson, Pam, needs you to come and do an inspection or do a
Exactly.
visit for some
Do
reason.
something.
Exactly.
Come on, Miss Pam.
Arizona calling.
Exactly. We're excited.
Exactly. Let's give Angels Will Fly. Is that what it is?
You know what? I thought of that when I saw Angels Will Fly. I was like, I feel like I need to pull a card for Angels Will Fly. So I'm gonna pull a card for you, Angels Will Fly. I get a joyous spirit for you, so I think it's gonna be something good. I'm gonna do a fairy.
Every time I see that, I think of Women Who Fly. Remember that song I told you about? Such a strong song. So every time I see Angels Will Fly, I think of that song. If you haven't listened to it, folks, go check it out. It is a very strong, powerful song. Lord have mercy. And after last night, I think a lot of women flew. A lot of women flew yesterday. I won't get political, but I will say that. A lot of women flew yesterday. Absolutely. Women who fly don't have this problem. Women who dream don't stay too long.
And it must be significant because you say it every time that person comes up, and I don't know if they've listened to the song or not. I think right after you said it the first time, I was like, "Oh, I still have to listen to it." So I don't know that Angels Will Fly listened to it yet.
Angels Will Fly, check it out. I'm telling you, that song, listen to the words. There's something in there for you because, again, it triggers every time. Every time. Women Who Fly. Nona Hendrix, by the way. Her name is Nona Hendrix. She was once with Patti LaBelle and Bluebell. And she is, and again, Women Who Fly is the name of the song. Women Who Fly don't have this problem. Oh, he said he has. He said he has listened to it.
Oh, that's good.
Jojo said I mentioned it before live. Yep, I'm drawn to that song continuously, but but usually to the one person, which is nice. Yeah. Hey, everybody.
I'm doing a fairy card for Angels Will Fly. I don't know why, but that's what I was drawn to. So I'm just gonna pull one and see what I get.
Women who fly don't have this problem.
Angels Will Fly said that they have a theme song.
Linda says, Pam, I don't have a filter either, but I also don't care who likes me or who doesn't. No masks here. Absolutely. Take it as you see it. Absolutely. Sometimes it's not the best answer, but it's the only answer, in my opinion. Women who fly don't have this problem.
Okay.
Don't stay too long.
Okay. Are you doubting your abilities, Angels Will Fly? Because it's fairy spotting. And I was like, well, what does that mean? Like, what is that saying? And you're not believing what you're seeing. This is about believing. It says they often say seeing is believing, but they're saying no, believing is seeing. Once you believe it, you'll see it. You're not believing in what you're seeing or what you're receiving, and they're saying why not believe it? It's time for you to start believing what you're seeing, what you're feeling. Like if you thought you saw something at the corner of your eye, just speak to it. Is there someone present? Is there someone in this energy? Is there someone trying to reach me? Whatever it is that you're seeing, feeling, receiving, it is exactly what you are seeing, feeling, and receiving, and you're not really receiving it in the light that you should. So they're saying go ahead and receive whatever it is, or believe in what you're seeing. Like you're not believing in your metaphysical abilities is what I got. And that's all
Did I already pull one or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because we started talking about the song. I don't think so.
I was too busy talking about that. Exactly. Well, this is the song. Again, spread your wings, have faith, fly high. Do not be afraid of the sun. You are not Icarus. Your wings will not melt. So continue to fly high and spread your wings. You'd be surprised at where this takes you. I'm telling you, you have so much more ahead of you than it was behind you. So continue to grow and develop and just appreciate life and live every day as if it's your last, because eventually one of them will be. That's so again, embrace it. Embrace that energy. I love it.
Kina said, did we see, I think it was Quinaya Kingdom's question. She says, add her to the list.
I can't say that we did.
I don't see the name either.
Women who fly don't have this
So
problem.
Quinaya, if you're still here, can you post it again? Because I don't see it. Oh, here it is. It just says add me. So I don't know if you have a question or not, or if there's something that you want us to read. It just says add me. So what is it that you want to know? Or do you have a specific question that you want us to read for you, Quinaya? Angels Will Fly says that I have other abilities that I want to progress via practice. That's what Tuesday nights are. I don't know what your schedule is, but Tuesday nights, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We're back to Mountain Standard Time. We hold class, and if you email Don at A5Says Sonoran Mystic Tarot, then Don will send you the private link and you can come to class. But that's what we do. We practice. We help each other to grow. We help each other to understand the information they're receiving, the tools that they have, and just how to progress to the next level. And I would like to say that I think that we're doing a great job. Like our community is growing and people are just making leaps and bounds in the abilities and skill they're having. I think it's just that confidence that we give people, or that support that people get from being in a comforting and inviting environment. So feel free to come to class. Angels Will Fly. My schedule is always a mess. Okay. Then
Invitation's always there.
Exactly. I mean, you can always email me or text me to read me. I don't have a problem with that. You don't have to be in class. Practice is just that, practicing on somebody. It doesn't have to be a scheduled thing. If you receive a message, just email them or text them. I text people all the time. Spirit told me to tell you. So just practice. You can pull a card for me every day. Like I'm open to a reading at any time. Angels Will Fly. So Quinaya posted her question. She says, am I headed in the right direction? I don't know if you can see it, Don, to post it, but she says, am I headed in the right direction?
Yeah, I see it.
As I read the question, I immediately got a yes, but they said the more significant thing is, why don't you believe that you're heading in the right direction? What is the reason that you're questioning the direction that you're going in? Why are you having apprehension? The question isn't about your direction. The question is, why is there apprehension about where you're going? But they're saying definitely you're making good direction. There was a partnership or something that you were supposed to have, something about making hair units for people, or wigs or something that they're showing me. They're showing me the inside of a wig. So there's something about making units. Like you have all these ideas, but you kind of step back and you're concentrating on insignificant things instead of the things that will actually bring you joy. Or you're constant, because they're showing me the 7 of Cups. You're concentrating on too many things. It's like you're washing the dishes, and while you're washing the dishes, you go to get the pots off the stove, and then you're like, oh, let me put this in the refrigerator. And then you're like, oh, let me put a load of clothes in the dryer. Oh, then let me go close the window. Oh, let me sweep the floor. And you still have the water running from where you're doing too many things at once. You're not concentrating or focusing on any one thing. You're trying to do everything because you feel like you're behind. You feel like you have lost your momentum, or you lost some time because of whatever situation that you're going through. And they're saying you're always on time with what you're supposed to be doing. You're always moving at the flow of speed that you're supposed to be. And if you're not, then spirit will adjust it for you. But your issue is that you're focused on too many things and not one significant thing. If you think about it, one thing will feed the next thing, will feed the next thing. And what they're saying is you're concentrating on too many things instead of one thing. You want every single thing to happen. You want every single area of your life to be perfect. And what they're saying is it's not like the kids, the relationship, the work, the money, the savings. You want every single thing to be exactly the way that it's supposed to be. And they're saying, no, you can't make every single thing flow the way that you want it to flow at the rate that you want it to flow. Concentrate on a couple things and move those things forward, and then move the next thing forward, and then move the next thing forward, without trying to be like, oh, well, what can I do here? And what can I do here? When you're never finishing the one thing and you're wasting energy by having too many things going at the same time. So that's what I got for Naya.
And it's interesting because I got kind of this initial part saying one at a time, take one at a time. It's like you took on so many and you're juggling these cards, and it doesn't make you feel better. It makes you feel worse because you can't do everything at the same time and give it the attention they deserve. And so now it's just not to the level you're used to. So again, take them one at a time and let it flow from you. And eventually everything's going to flow in the right direction. So again, you're headed in the right direction. The flow is there. Just again, take them one at a time. Take them one at a time. And then the last card I got is this. Again, this is not going to be quick. It's not going to be easy. This is a journey. But again, take the journey, take the steps as you need them, and you will get through this. I promise you. Hey, Patty Singer,
All right,
nice to see you. You caught us right at the very end. Good to see you popping in.
Nice to see. I always like that name. I feel like it should be like a country star or something.
Exactly. Patty Singer. Patty Singer.
Exactly.
Well, with that,
You're
we are
welcome,
done.
Naya.
Angie, any plans for the weekend?
We're going to see the new Black Panther movie. I think me and Brendan are going to go tomorrow, so we're going to go and see that, and nothing else unless somebody want to take me to happy hour or something like that. But no. And
Just
ironically, I don't even have any shifts at my other job, so who'd have thought?
Oh, wow.
I am just thinking of, like, I literally see me sitting at a bar having a couple drinks. So I don't know if that's just my desire to want to do that or if that's a premonition of what is to come. But I definitely want to be at a bar having a couple drinks.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, the last thing I want to do is do anything outside. So we do have reservations Friday for some friends from Houston. We're going to have dinner with them. But I just want to cocoon. I'm like, I have been out of the house for so many weeks now. I want to cocoon and just kind of be at home. And
I love that, Don. Like, I'm not big on traveling right now, so I know exactly what you mean. Like, just come home, lay in your own bed, watch your own TV, and just do nothing. Sometimes doing nothing is the greatest thing ever.
Absolutely, absolutely, and exactly, and that's the thing. When I'm home, I don't want to do something. I mean, I want to be home just watching over and over the same whatever the different, what do you call it, streaming or whatever. I don't know. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want.
I'm watching the Gilded. What is it? The Gilded.
The Gilded Age. The Gilded Age.
The Gilded Age. Tina, that's the movie. That's the show that I was asking about. Yes, Angels Will Fly. I did
Is it
find
season
my
one?
Angela. It's still season 1 and they're replaying it again. But I just love it. And I don't know if anybody else will love the Russells, but that's the new money. I like the Russells. I like their ambition and I like them. And I like when he made all of them grovel when they tried to play. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Like I am so into it. So I watched the full season. And then the other night I was on and they had the first 3 episodes again. So I'm about to watch the next 3 episodes. And catch back up on it because I loved it. And I remember when my friend asked me to watch it, I looked at the little screenshot and was like, no, thank you. And now I'm just loving it. It is so much shade in there. Those old women are mean and catty. Woo!
Do you recognize the blonde? Do you recognize the blonde main character who lives with her aunts? You know who she is, right?
Yeah. Gosh, what is her name? We talked about it before. Her and the lady from Sex and the City. That's who I remember was the Sex and the City lady. But we talked about the blonde lady. It's
Meryl Streep's daughter.
Oh, you mean the niece
that
came to move with them? Yeah. Okay, yes. I was meaning the actual aunt who was
because if I'm not mistaken, she was on Big Bang.
Big Bang Theory.
Sheldon's mom.
Yes.
I mean, not Sheldon's mom. Sorry, Leonard's mom.
Yes. Oh, I love that show. I just love that show. Yes, I'm going to watch that again. I'm gonna watch the episodes again because I just loved it. But I'm talking about you want some nasty behind the scenes, catty women just being spiteful and mean for no reason. It's a good story. I love it. Like I would have never thought, but I loved it.
And Mr. Russell is so handsome. He is so cute.
I love him. Yes. I love. Remember how The Handmaid tried to have sex with him, and he was like, "Absolutely not." And then the wife found out and was like, "You gotta go."
Exactly. I'm surprised she didn't put her under the house, if you know what I mean. Because
I thought it was gonna be worse for her. I was like, that don't seem right, but I feel like season 2 is gonna be pretty rough for her.
Oh yeah.
But I love it.
Yep.
Miss Julie said, remember the 11/11 ritual on Friday. Dang, 11/11 did come pretty fast. My nail tech, her daughter's getting married on 11/11. Exactly.
111122. Interesting. Crazy.
I like it.
With that said, we are out of here, everybody. Oh, by the way, I did watch the interview with the guy who, the initial star of Wakanda, his wife, his widow.
You know what? I heard about that, but I didn't watch it. I do remember that Mrs. Bozeman.
She was. There was a good interview, and it was a very heart touching. You know, it's very touching, very warm, very, you know, and then I just think the way that he controlled the access to that information, I can't believe anybody in Hollywood can do that, but it was amazing that he did. You know. So yeah, this was the year of 222222, and we actually.
I know I was supposed to get married on 2222, but it didn't
happen. She was looking. Angie tried. Believe me, she tried.
Maybe I'll get 3323. I don't know.
Hey, there you go.
Tina said Beyonce does it too.
Just don't wait for 3333. Okay.
Listen. I will definitely be a pile of ashes by 33. The year 33. Angels Will Fly said that they're waiting on the movie, if for nothing else, for the music. So I'm excited. I'm pretty sure me and Brandon are gonna go tomorrow. It's 2 hours and 41 minutes. Do you guys know that?
Jeezy,
2 hours and 41 minutes. So go to the bathroom, get a smaller drink.
Yeah.
2 hours and 41 minutes.
Bigger popcorn. That's all. Bigger popcorn.
Bigger pop. Oh, I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Me and Brandon spend so much money when we go on snacks and popcorn and stuff like that, but I'm excited. We definitely are probably going to go tomorrow.
Exactly. Well, have a great one, everybody. Have a good weekend. Angie, we will chat, I'm sure, sometime before then. Keena, thank you so much again for controlling.
I'll see you in the morning, Don, you and Shauna.
Oh, that's true. That's true. As long as my sinuses survive, I don't know. It will. I will be here tomorrow. By hook or crook, I will be here.
And then I'll be back Sunday. I don't even know who's going to be on live with me, but we'll be back Sunday. Some of us doing something. Oh, 2323. I like that, Julie. 2323. 2323.
Oh
Baby,
yeah, and that's
23,
February. Still February.
23. I like that. Julie,
Yes.
you just gave me a new wedding date, 23, 23. I definitely like 2, 3, 23. But if we don't make 2, 3, 23, we'll get 3, 3, 23.
There you go. Exactly. But we're going to go for the 2-3-2-3. So send it
Exactly.
out there. Positive energy.
Exactly. Positive energy.
Good night,
All right.
everybody.
Have a good night. Feel better, Don. I'm going to send you some positive energy.
Thanks much. Bye bye.
Bye.